hip hop. Hip hop has done more damage to black and brown people than racism in the last 10 years by encouraging this distinctive culture that is removed from the mainstream. They have encouraged people to be so different from the mainstream that they can't participate other than, the racks in the garment center and those entry-level jobs. And I lament it, I really do. I think that it has been very destructive culturally.
Okay. Bitch, I got 20 more minutes. I getting ready for this show. Said she my biggest fan, I already know. She just wanna see how far I go. Take her on the road. Hey. She said we got 20 more minutes. You gon' have to show me.
Alright bro, you read the title of the video, man. You already know what we're doing today. If you're ready to hear some damn good music, discover some new artists, kick back and relax, because we're about to get into the Hip Hop Artist Iceberg. Hell yeah, man. Hip hop, man. One of the greatest genres of music. Followed up by every song by Fortora, Minecraft music, and anything composed by Hiroyuki Sawano. He is that guy. But anyways, yeah, I don't want to get into like this whole what is hip hop thing. I mean, you're here because you're here. You have a general understanding of the genre, and yeah, we're just gonna go through these artists, talk about them, give a general description of each one, and then go through a little bit of the discography. And yeah, that'll be that. As the iceberg format goes, the deeper we go, the more obscure some of these artists are gonna be. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into it. First off, we have Kendrick Lamar, and Kendrick is an American rapper and songwriter. He's known for his progressive musical styles and socially conscious songwriting, and is often considered one of the most influential hip-hop artists of his generation. He was born and raised in Compton, California, and began his career as a teenager performing under the stage name K-Dot. He garnered local attention, which led to him signing a recording contract with Top Dog Entertainment in 2005, and in 2011 he released his debut studio album, Section 80, and it was met with positive reviews and included his debut single, High Power. In 2012, Kendrick would secure a record deal with Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment, and then released his second studio album, Good Kid, Mad City. Man, yeah, and yeah, you already know how it goes from there, bro. It's history from there. Having sold over 70 million records in the United States alone, all of Lamar's studio albums have been certified platinum or higher by the Recording Industry Association of America.
Thank God, I can't wait when it's my time. I'm coming, no, I take that back. You probably thinking I'm aggravated when I say I foresee the future, minus the white boy on Final Destination. It's Glock 40, double clip, plus a 6-shooter, catch 40, bitch, Blackberry Gordy, flip shorty, pass him to the...
In these streets, just get something, protect your neck, cause they coming for set respect, split your onion and chop your deck, your head tumbling.
Just call this shit high power, nigga, nothing less than high power.
Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe. Bitch, don't kill my vibe.
Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I'm right. I'm trying to raise the bar high. Who's trying to jump and get it? You're a better off trying to skydive out the exit window of 5G5s. I've been dealing with depression ever since I adolescent. I can never hear the blessing. I can never see the message. I can never take the lead. I can every day my logic. Get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it every day. I see no my repertoire. It's like a wrestler. I show you the rope, connect the dots. A country girl in Hollywood. Mama, you
Get the fuck off my dick, that ain't right. I make a play, fucking up your whole.
fuck integrity, fuck your pedigree, fuck your feeling, fuck your culture, fuck your moral, fuck your family, fuck your drive, fuck your land. I'm tripping, I'm jigging, my mental is
amazing, brother. Pop off only on occasions, brother.
Rich, mama know I made it, brother. Who's I can swim in my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder his second, the president acting the government.
I want to tell the people out there that thank you for supporting me, and if you don't, suck my dick. And I know you think because I'm a woman I don't have a dick, but I have a pink dildo. in my dresser.
All right, next up we got Cardi B, and she was born in Manhattan, New York City, and gained popularity as an influencer on Vine and Instagram, and later as a regular cast member on the VH1 reality television show Love and Hip Hop New York. The show depicted her pursuit of her music aspirations and earned further recognition with the release of her 2 mixtapes, Gangsta Bitch Music, Volume 1 and Volume 2. She would release her first studio album, Invasion of Privacy, in 2018, which debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200. With the album receiving critical acclaim, it made her the first and only woman to win the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album as a solo artist, and marked the second female rap album nominated for Album of the Year. She would release 2020's WAP with Megan Thee Stallion, 2021's Up, and 2022's Hot Shit with Kanye and Lil Durk, with the first of the two topping the Hot 100 and other charts worldwide. And she holds various records among female rappers, as she has the most #1 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 and was the first and only female rapper to have multiple solo #1s.
Don't fuck up your flow. Talk shit about me with your dusty ass weave. Now you out of control. I'm Cardi B. How you feeling like a man and being a chick? Wake up and go get some money. Go and find your nick. I'm a bronze bitch, bird for the hip hop from the block to the TikTok and the petite watch. Quick drop. Honestly, don't give a fuck about who in front of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. Honestly, suck my dick. That talking, I'm calling it out. Public opinions from private accounts. You not a check, then you gotta bounce. I get ride, I do a giggle, rollins inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This pussy is wet, come take a dive. Hit 'em with that good, make a nigga act right. Broke boys don't deserve no pussy. I know that's right. One thing I never call a bitch for, it's a truth. Yeah, I can't wait to put that bitch for you.
And now, back to this bitch that had a lot to say about me the other day in the press. Miley, what's good?
Hey.
All right, next up we have Nicki Minaj, and she is a Trinidadian-born rapper, singer, and songwriter based in the United States, and she is known for her musical versatility and animated flow in her rapping. She first gained recognition after releasing 3 mixtapes between 2007 and 2009, and her debut album, Pink Friday, in 2010, topped the US Billboard 200 chart. Its 5th single, Super Bass or Superb Ass, reached #3 on the US Billboard Hot 100 chart and was certified diamond by the RIAA.
I personally don't, want to talk about your ass, but you're the one who wrote the song Superb Ass.
What?
You wrote a song called Superb Ass.
Oh my God. My song is called Super Bass.
Superb Ass.
Super Bass.
Her 3rd album, The Pink Print, in 2014, explored more personal topics and marked a return to her hip-hop roots, and its 2nd single, Anaconda, peaked at #2 on the Hot 100 and became the first music video by a solo female rapper to reach 1 billion views on YouTube. And she has since been referred to as the Queen of Rap, as she is one of the best-selling music artists with more than 100 million records sold worldwide. She became the first female artist to have 100 Billboard Hot 100 entries and has 21 top 10 hits on the Hot 100, the most for any female rapper.
This is for my niggas that don't snitch. All of my niggas that don't bitch. All my niggas that tote fifths.
You such a yes, and you're a no-no. Live with a dragon, we're a kimono. So I'm up in Mandalay eating mangoes. Keep a couple pink toes in my sandals. Got some bang.
S on my chest cause I ain't ready to save them. Ready to get buck on anybody that plays them.
Excuse me, you're a hell of a guy. You know I really got a thing for American guys. I mean, sigh. Everybody let me hear you say right. Go spend all your money cause today payday. And if you a G.
Mixed with a couple things, pour like a couple rings. Bricks in a condo and grams to sing. Come through and fuck him in my automobile. Let him eat it with his grills. He keep telling me to chill. He keep telling me it's real that he love my sex appeal. We gon' hang over the next day, but we will remember this day. So drop the pop and get low. All these bitches froze is my mini-me. Now they smoking so they call me Young Nicki Chimney. Watch your man, then you should watch your mouth. Bitches is pressed, and minute pink print, oh let it sink in. I spoke to Jay the other day, he's still a kingpin. He's still the only nigga that it ain't about the race either, it's the marathon. I put the squeeze on him, don't throw up the bees on him. That put on my jury just to suck my nigga off. Fingers on his balls like I'm about to tell him cough. I ain't never thought you would end up as the enemy. I always thought you'd be right here still defending me. I feel so bad for you. These bitches
know it could get sticky like a cactus. I'm the one that they trail like tractors and still can't catch a break.
You can be just standing on a corner somewhere, not doing nothing and get shot. It's like, we can't rap about Beverly Hills or nothing. We only rap about stuff that we know about, stuff that can happen or did happen, you know? So everything we say in our records is true, you know? Easy as his name and the voice coming.
Alright, next up we have Dr. Dre, who is an American rapper and record producer. He is the founder and CEO of Aftermath Entertainment and Beats Electronics, and previously co-founded, co-owned, and was the president of Death Row Records, which was a little sketchy. Dr. Dre began his career as a member of the world-class Wrecking Crew in 1985 and later found fame with the gangster rap group N.W.A, and most of you know who they were. They gained a lot of popularity, particularly using explicit lyrics in hip-hop to detail the violence of the street life. And during the early 1990s, Dre was credited as a key figure in the crafting and popularization of West Coast G-Funk, which was a subgenre of hip-hop characterized by a synthesizer foundation and slow, heavy beats. Dr. Dre's solo debut studio album, The Chronic, 1992, released under Death Row Records, made him one of the best-selling American music artists of 1993, and it earned him a Grammy Award for Best Rap Solo Performance for the single Let Me Ride. That year, he produced Death Row label mate Snoop Dogg's studio debut album, Doggy Style, and mentored producers such as his stepbrother, Warren G, and Snoop Dogg's cousin, Daz Dillinger. In 1996, Dr. Dre left Death Row Records to establish his own label, Aftermath Entertainment, and he produced a compilation album, Dr. Dre Presents The Aftermath, in 1996, and released a solo album, 2001, in 1999. And musically for him, that was pretty much it as he moved to a more business executive role in the industry. And during the 2000s, he focused on producing other artists, occasionally contributing vocals, and he signed Eminem in 1998 and 50 Cent in 2002 and co-produced their albums. He has won 7 Grammy Awards, including Producer of the Year, and Rolling Stone ranks him as number 56 in the list of 100 greatest artists of all time. And he was the second richest figure in hip-hop as of 2018, with an estimated net worth of $800 million.
I'm Dr. Dre, gorgeous hunk of a man, doing tricks on the mix.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Same time with the dope rhyme that I kick, you know and I know I flow some more funky shit. Blast from the chocolate bomber, infrared and got your head like your name was Sarah Connor. Decapitation. Tell me who could stop with Dre making moves, attracting honeys like a magnet, giving them orgasms with my mellow. I'm on one, I might bell up in the Century Club with my jeans on and my team strong beats. Still not loving police, still rock my khakis with a cuff and a crease. Still got love for the street.
Now everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up and follow me. Everybody from the 313, put your motherfucking hands up. Look.
Alright, next up we have Eminem, and Eminem is an American rapper, songwriter, and record producer, and is credited with popularizing hip-hop in Middle America and is critically acclaimed as one of the greatest rappers of all time. While much of his transgressive work during the late 1990s and early 2000s made him widely controversial, he came to be a representation of popular angst of the American underclass and has been cited as an influence for many artists of various genres. After the release of his debut album, Infinite, in 1996, and the Slim Shady EP in 1997, Eminem signed with Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment and subsequently achieved mainstream popularity in 1999 with the Slim Shady LP. His next 2 releases, the Marshall Mathers LP in 2000 and the Eminem Show in 2002, were worldwide successes and were both nominated for the Grammy Award Album of the Year. After the release of his next album, Encore, in 2004, he went on a hiatus in 2005, largely due to a prescription drug addiction. He returned to the music industry 4 years later with the release of Relapse in 2009, and Recovery was released the following year. Recovery was the best-selling album worldwide of 2010, and in the following years he released the US #1 albums, the Marshall Mathers LP2 in 2013, Revival in 2017, Kamikaze in 2018, and Music to Be Murdered By in 2020. Eminem is among the best-selling music artists of all time with estimated worldwide sales of over 220 million records, and he was the best-selling music artist artist in the United States of the 2000s and the best-selling male music artist in the United States of the 2010s. He has won numerous awards, including 15 Grammy Awards, 8 AMAs, 17 Billboard Music Awards, an Academy Award, a Primetime Emmy Award, and an MTV Europe Musical Global Icon Award. And in November 2022, Eminem was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Intimidator, stimulator, simulator of data, eliminator, there's never been a greater. The hide and Mr. Jekyll, disrespectful, hearing voices in my head, why these whispers echo? In it with bullet holes any minute, cause I can leave you infinite, full of those, even if someone's in it. Snap the air buzz, that would mean I lie and get bought more than the president does. Hillary Clinton try to slap me in court. Everybody wanna talk like they got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move their lips, just a bunch of gibberish, and motherfuckers act up. Please stand up, please stand up. Will Smith don't got a cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I rap again, so bounce, bounce, come on, bounce. I said, come on, bounce. Everybody in the house, but I got you better lose yourself in the music. The moment you own it, you better never. Everybody, just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty. Top down and my hair blow, I don't know where I'm going. All I know is when I get there, someone's gonna touch my girl. Paid them little attention, a little did I mention that Jennifer's in love with me, John Mayer, so sit on the bench. Man, cause the way I feel, I'm strong enough to go to the club or the corner pub and lift the whole liquor counter up. Man, I'm lost for words, cause y'all already said it all. I think I'm running out of cliches, I'm getting writer's blocks. This house until we knock it down, so turn the volume loud, cause it's been to the AM, so break the pain. So to the break of dawn, here I go recycling the same old song. But I'd rather make Not Afraid 2 than make another motherfucking remake. Line is driving me crazy, I'm riding shotgun, trying to get a gauge on what's hot, but I'm not gonna conform, but it stays passing. Things happen, all I know is you love me. That's really all that matters, and any who cross a path are just collateral damage. Especially after the methadone is yesterday fades, and the Dresden home is burnt to the ground, and all that's left of my house. Not knowing when I'm never gonna slow up in them. I don't gotta say a fucking thing, no, cause MCs know. But you don't wanna hear me spit the facts. Your shit is ass like a tailbone, and you're trapped in yourself. Don't nobody want it, but they're gonna get it anyway. I'm beginning to feel like I'm mentally ill until a killer be killed. I'm a killer, be the vanilla gorilla. You're bringing the killer within me out of me. Just follow me, and I'll light the way. Look to the hook if your sky look gray. Skyland rappers, how can we be? Shit you say goes in and out. My ear canal, so either my hearing's out. I don't give a shit about it.
How does Lil Nas X make money? Nas makes song about horse. Nas makes song about sandwich. Money come.
Alright, next up we have Lil Nas X. And Lil Nas X is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter. And he rose to prominence with the release of his country rap single, Old Town Road, which achieved viral popularity in early 2019 before climbing music charts internationally and becoming diamond certified by November of that same year, moving to over 10 million certified units in streaming and sales combined. Bro, the funny thing is, he literally made this song in 2019 as a joke, and it completely blew up, bro. It spent 19 weeks atop US Billboard Hot 100 chart, becoming the longest running #1 song since the chart debuted in 1958. And several remixes of the song were released, the most popular of which featured country singer Billy Ray Cyrus. As Old Town Road was atop the Hot 100, Lil Nas X came out as gay, becoming literally the only artist to do so while having a #1 record. Following the success of Old Town Road, Lil Nas X released his debut extended EP titled 7, which spawned 2 further singles, with Panini peaking at #5 and Rodeo featuring Cardi B, and Nas peaking at #22 on the Hot 100. His debut studio album, Montero, in 2021 was supported by the chart-topping singles Montero, Call Me By Your Name, Industry Baby with Jack Harlow, and the top 10 single, That's What I Want, and was nominated for Album of the Year at the 64th Annual Grammy Awards. He's one of the first openly LGBT black artists to win a Country Music Association Award, and Time has named him as one of the 25 most influential people on the internet in 2019. And he was named on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in 2020.
I know you really like it. Yeah, I see it like I'm a psychic.
I got the horses in the bag. Horse stock is attached. Head is matted black.
Hey Panini, don't you be a meanie. Thought you wanted me to go, why you tryna keep me? Dun, they tried to next me. Hey, but I'm blessed. Hey, no flex, but my call me by your name. it's over if I'm breathing. Raise it to the moonlight and I'll
All right, next up we have Ice Cube, and he is an American rapper, actor, and filmmaker. And being born in Los Angeles, he formed his first rap group called CIA, or Crew in Action, in 1986. And in 1987, with Eazy-E and Dr. Dre, he formed the pioneering gangster rap group N.W.A. He wrote some of Dre's and most of Eazy's lyrics on Straight Outta Compton, which was a landmark album that shaped West Coast hip-hop's early identity and helped it differentiate it from the East Coast rap. N.W.A. was also known for their violent lyrics, threatening to attack abusive police, and they came out with their extremely controversial song at the time, Fuck the Police. You know how it goes, bro. And after a monetary dispute over the group's management by Eazy-E and Jerry Heller, Ice Cube would leave N.W.A. in 1989, teaming with New York artists and launching a solo rap career. He would begin an active film career in the 1990s, and he entered cinema by playing Doughboy in Boys in the Hood. And in 1995, he would co-write and star in the comedy film Friday, which premised a successful franchise and reshaped his persona into a movie star. As of 2020, he's appeared in about 40 films and was an executive producer of many of these films, as well as the 2015 biopic Straight Outta Compton.
walk around town looking like a C-hat. Well, we talked to her, we must have been mad. But every other girl looked just as bad. She's a scam. Straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Ice Cube. From the gang called niggas with attitude. But I don't party and shake my butt. I leave back to the brothers with the funny haircuts. And it'll drive you. Yellow boys on your team, so you're losing. Hey, yo, Drake, stick to producing. Calling me owner. I gotta say it was a good day. In a holding tank, catch the vapors. Make me a pillow out of toilet paper. Concrete night miss. All weak motherfuckers give my ring a kiss. Cause I'm giving dirt naps. I murder America. Welcome to America. We in the scaring ya. Bring your boys to the party, we can double up. Double body, hardcore teenage. Circulating, keeping waiting while you sitting there hating. Your bitch is hyperventilating, hoping that we penetrate. Motion. I'm shrapnel from the explosion. Hit you in the face while you posing. Stress sack, boy, you're useless. You know the side trick. Better get up on it, cause it must be. Hell, nigga! I dump a shell, nigga. Send a frail, nigga. Straight to hell, nigga. That's understand that your life's in danger. Did your mama tell you not to talk to strangers? I'm so lethal. Plant thoughts in their mind just to defeat you. Come on, it's the invasion of the Mountain Raiders. Let's go. Are you ready? Right here, call me Marathon. I blow like a cherry bomb. You a small donation. The world is mine and it rides on everything. West side till I die, let the ghetto shine. When it rains, it pours. Did you know the new white was on? Boy, you're showing your...
Who are you?
I'm Lil Uzi Vert. From Philadelphia.
All right, next up we have Lil Uzi Vert. And Lil Uzi is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter, and they were born and raised in Philadelphia. Lil Uzi would gain initial recognition following the release of the commercial mixtape Love Is Rage in 2015, which led to a recording contract with Atlantic Records. And Lil Uzi would attract mainstream attention following the release of the debut single Money Longer in 2016, and the song would act as a lead single for the subsequent mixtape Lil Uzi Vert versus the World, which also contained the song You Was Right. After releasing 2 additional mixtapes in 2016 and 2017, including one in collaboration with Gucci Mane, Lil Uzi would be featured on the Billboard Hot 100 chart-topping single Bad and Bougie with the Migos. Lil Uzi would then later secure their first top 10 single with EXO Tour Life, which won the MTV Video Music Award for Song of Summer. Lil Uzi's second studio album, Eternal Take, in 2020 would be one of the most anticipated albums in contemporary trap and rap history when it was finally released following years worth of delays. Eternal Take, like Love Is Rage 2, would debut at #1 on the Billboard 200. And in October 2022, Lil Uzi would release the single Just Wanna Rock, which literally blew, like it's gone completely viral. It's peaked at #10 on the Billboard Hot 100 and was Lil Uzi's highest charting single since the rollout of Eternal Take. Like, bro, it's even in the Blue Beetle trailer. That shit is so hard, bro. So hard.
This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want. This ain't what you want.
Nigga be feasting, got bitches butt naked, garden and eating. Niggas they change on you just like the season. Lil Uzi Vert, yeah, that. With the Fendi. I said 5 to a 10. I said 20 to a 50. On my head I got sadder. The money got longer, speaker got louder, car got faster. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead for the burial. Bob every band, got Bob every tennis shoes. I got the sweater, probably I'ma finish you. I am an octopus, I cannot breathe. Got different color on my diamonds. I can't even see the time. I don't wanna see her face. Yeah, yeah. Whole lot of hoes, whole lot of men. Yeah, whole lot of clothes, nigga.
She claps, I can make it left, right. When she shake her ass, she's so nasty. I mean, I love me. I won't ignite the flame. I just wanna rock.
Body out of ya. Shorty got that body out of ya. Hit it once.
How would you describe your image in the media?
How would I describe my image in the media?
Yes.
I wouldn't describe it.
Well, how would you describe it if you had to?
I don't have to.
All right, next up we have Lil Wayne, and he is an American rapper, and his career began in 1995 at the age of 12 when he was signed by rapper Birdman, joining Cash Money Records as the youngest member of the label. Lil Wayne was put on a duo with label mate B.G, and they recorded an album, True Story, released that year, although Lil Wayne only appeared on 3 tracks. Lil Wayne and B.G would join the southern hip-hop group Hot Boys with Cash Money label mates Juvenile and Turk in 1997, and they released their debut album, Get It How You Live, in October that year. The Hot Boys became popular following the release of the album Guerrilla Warfare in 1999, and the song Bling Bling. Lil Wayne's solo debut album, The Block Is Hot in 1999, would be his solo breakthrough, and he reached higher popularity with his 4th album, The Carter, in 2004, and 5th album, The Carter 2, in 2005, as well as several mixtapes and collaborations throughout 2006 and 2007. He gained more prominence within the music industry with his 6th album, The Carter 3, in 2008, with first week sales of over 1 million copies in the US. The album won the Grammy Award for Best Rap Album and included successful singles A Milli, Got Money with T-Pain, and Lollipop with Static Major. In February 2010, Lil Wayne would release his 7th studio album, Rebirth, which experimented with rap rock, and he would release an 8th studio album, I Am Not a Human Being, in 2010, while he was incarcerated for being convicted of criminal possession of a weapon, which was, generally speaking, some light shit. Nothing to worry about. He would release The Carter 4 in 2011, and his 12th studio album, The Carter 5, would be released in 2018. He has sold over 120 million records worldwide, including more than 20 million albums and 70 million digital tracks in the United States, making him one of the world's best-selling music artists.
Lose your heart, fall apart from your family. Damn, they getting killed. The meal's only on your mind. Ready to slay.
What kind of boy got nothing for some fame? Thunder they tongues and thunder they beads and hood for the real soldiers, 24/7 hustlers. But they heard, hey boy, that boy them hoes, and if you know like I know, you better get out the word. Rims poking out the side of the herb. Have your ribs poking out the side of your shirt. I'm a better yet, a better in a Hall of Fame. I got that medicine, I'm better than all the names. And I'm a wax dick. I rekindled the flame. She remembered the name. His Weezy baby. I gotta go. Got my motorcycle jacket and my motorcycle low. I make it rain on them hoes. I make it rain. Let me have a little more. I make it rain on. Don't even talking like the Visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wrist was your pub, but the mule is cool. Look like a lollipop. Oh yeah. She say I'm like a lollipop. Us too. It's your money, motherfucker. If you ain't running with it, running from it, motherfucker. Bitch, I got my hand up a dress. The money don't sleep, so Weezy can't rest. And death, Weezy MRP. Got them haters, now they gon' rest. My niggas pumping so much bass. But I won't say what I stole. Bring that coke to the stove and whip it like a new slave. They think I'm associated. I'm the one that orchestrated. Yeah, yo, get her ass whipped. Whip that ass like horses. Clothes and socks and shoes new. I've been the boo-boo since Gaga Google and Dada Fubu. Make everybody that bring it all day like Kanye. Got AK bullets with your name on them. Pot on soda in a biker then. Like a man, I've been hard since the diaper then. And ever since I've been on Mars, I've been buying control. I let God control what I cannot control. Can't control the tears, let them drop and roll. It's my
flame. Heartbeat beating at a high rate. World stop spinning, start to vibrate. It's a cold world, so my house in Miami. No way, can't believe what I'm feeling. No play, they don't need to play with me. OJ on this beat like it's fit.
Script clubs are overrated, man. Because you just end up at home crying and alone, watching porn.
All right, next up we have Mac Miller, and he was an American rapper and record producer, and began his career in Pittsburgh's hip-hop scene in 2007 at the age of 15. In 2010, he would sign a record deal with the independent label Rostam Records and released his breakthrough mixtapes, Kids, in 2010 and Best Day Ever in 2011. Mac Miller's debut studio album, Blue Slide Park, in 2011 became the first independently distributed debut album to top the US Billboard 200 since 1995. After his second studio album, Watching Movies with the Sound Off, in 2013, he left Rostrum and signed with the major label Warner Brothers Records in 2014. With them, he would release 4 studio albums: Good AM in 2015, The Divine Feminine in 2016, Swimming in 2018, and Circles in 2020. Unfortunately, Mac Miller struggled with addiction and substance abuse, which he often referenced in his lyrics, and on September 7th, 2018, he died from an accidental drug overdose of cocaine, fentanyl, and alcohol at the age of 26.
Bitch, I ain't really trying to hear this. See, with these lyrics, I'm trying to run fearless. We playing. Be crushing around the clock, crushing around the clock. We be crushing around the clock, crushing. Want some closing out the door, I won't be back. My shining sun horizon, setting up a lovely backdrop. Be the best day ever. If it ain't about a dream, then it ain't about me. Go a couple full weeks without shows, I'ma kill more. I just sold out that Fillmore. Got $1 million, make $1 million more. The #1 spot on the bill. Petals off the flowers like, do she love me, do she love me not? Love me not. I ain't a player. My conscience so weak, I need to split it up in 7 parts. Okay. Revis brought me out. Ain't shit you can tell me now. Fuck this rap shit, but you selling out. Ooh shit, my new bitch, you jealous now. Act so young, baby, you so cold. Never had no son, you don't wanna grow up. Yeah, this shit no fun, so now I'm just chilling. Plus I know it's a beautiful feeling. In oblivion.
Well, I see yesterday that you only follow 5 people. Why do you only follow 5 people?
I don't like to see a lot of internet stuff.
Yeah.
It's weird.
All right, next up we have NBA Youngboy, and he is an American rapper who between 2015 and 2017 would release 8 independent mixtapes and steadily garnered a cult following through his work. He would be signed to Atlantic Records, and in 2018 he would release the single Outside Today, which peaked at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. The song became the lead single for his debut studio album Until Death Call My Name in 2018, which peaked at number 7 on the US Billboard 200. In October 2019, NBA Youngboy would release a single, Bandit, with Juice Wrld, which became his first top 10 single, and a week later, he would release Al Youngboy 2 in 2019, which debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200. In April 2020, he would release 38 Baby 2, becoming his second chart-topping project on the Billboard 200, and later that year, he would release his second studio album, Top, late 2020. In September 2021, Sincerely Kentrell would be released during his incarceration, topping the charts again, making him the 3rd artist besides Tupac and Lil Wayne to have a chart-topping album while being incarcerated. In August 2022, he would release his 4th studio album, The Last Lamito, which marked his final studio album with Atlantic Records. And in late 2022, he was signed to Motown Records, and in 2023 would release his 5th album, I Rest My Case. Despite his long history of legal issues and alleged controversy of baby mamas, he still manages to have a successful career.
All I just want be rich, nigga. No one fuck around, no snitch, niggas. Little day got hit by bitch, niggas. Niggas in it for no reason, I ain't got time for them. I'm out that gang and what I rep, bitch, I stand. These niggas talking, I ain't hearing it. Nigga better mind their business. Don't get it too if you get in it. Forever posted. I'm drinking on egg today. I'ma put up a style. We gon' do a drive-by in the rain. I'ma take and shorty, I'm a daughter with no semen on me. If we got a problem, we get rid of homie. You really don't know fool. How the fuck did they find a young nigga who thuggin', who coming straight up out the bayou? I ain't the clean rob. Bank accounts got cleaned out. We'll still be at wall ride with the mops trying to wipe the block down. Show time I see. I'm like these Sean. They can use your hustling backwards, nigga. You didn't want. That's it. I be with the mass man. and they all haters. 187 just spin me a 70. I make slimes pull up, that bitch still in the sway, so we fucking they help pick her up, hit the bitch to the back of my truck. I don't care all this money.
So, how many of you want to date my hero girlfriend? You're gonna have to meet Daddy first.
Alright, next up we have XXXTentacion, and he was an American rapper and songwriter, and though being extremely controversial due to his widely publicized legal troubles, he would gain a cult following among his young fan base during his career with his depression and alienation themed music. He is considered to be a leading figure in the emo rap and SoundCloud rap genres. A lot of people have asked like why SoundCloud rap is considered a genre or don't consider it to be a genre itself. Bro, like, when SoundCloud came out, it was more being used to stream, like, mainstream artists. However, it did give regular people who weren't, like, popular artists to upload their own music to this app. And it was, like, quite literally became one of the first instances in which these independent artists were just able to get their name out there. And X was one of the first guys to, like, popularize this in the hip-hop genre. So, hell yeah, bro. He began writing music after being released from juvenile detention and soon started his music career on SoundCloud in 2013. And in 2014, he formed the underground collective Members Only, and alongside other members of the collective soon became a popular figure in SoundCloud rap. He gained mainstream attention with the single Look at Me, and his debut album 17 is certified double platinum in the US and reached number 2 on the Billboard 200. His second album, in 2018 debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200 and is a certified quadruple platinum in the US. Its lead single, Sad, reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and has amassed more than 1.3 billion views on YouTube and over 1 billion streams on Spotify. Unfortunately, on June 18th, 2018, X would be murdered when he was shot near a motorcycle dealership in Deerfield Beach, Florida. And long story short, these guys tried to rob him and ended up killing him and did it for $50,000. Yeah, there's really not much to say about that. However, on the day that I'm recording this, they were just sentenced to life in prison. So, I don't know. It is what it is. X has an RIAA certified sales of 61 million units in the US and the BPI certified sales of over 7 million units in the UK. And since his death, he has won an American Music Award and BET Hip Hop Award and received 11 Billboard Music Award nominations.
So we could get got M5, 2 of them we fucked in, and I remember.
I took a wipe and start to bust. That little bitch got a throat. Fuck, I like to rock it on this. Inside Joey, hey, get right in my belly. Oh yeah, baby got back. It's gone far inside my head. I lost it.
I've done 2 pays for us, my dear. Can't pretend life's perfect. If you ever try to let go, I'm sad, I know ya. I'm sad, I know ya. Oh, for the rest of us.
Hold up, y'all, wait a minute. Somebody looking at me crazy. What's up then? Well, do what you gotta do, man. See how you looking at me? See how that go? You just be walking, somebody just start looking at you mean muggy, you know what I'm saying? Like he playing me or something, you know? Like I can keep walking or I can confront that man. I think I'm gonna keep walking, you know? 'Cause I don't know what he got with him, you know what I'm saying? He got some people with him. I'll catch you later, man.
Alright, next up we have Tupac. And Tupac was an American rapper and actor born in New York City until relocating to the San Francisco Bay Area in 1988. With the release of his debut album, Tupacalypse Now, in 1991, he became a central figure in West Coast hip-hop for his conscious rap lyrics. He would then achieve further critical and commercial success with his follow-up albums, Strictly for My Niggas in 1993, I'm Black Bro, I Can Say That, and Me Against the World in 1995. His Diamond certified album, All Eyes on Me, in 1996, would abandon his introspective lyrics for more gangster rap lyrics. In addition to his music career, he would also find success as an actor with his starring roles in Juice, Poetic Justice, Above the Rim, Bullet, Gridlocked, and Gang Related. During a later part of his career, he would actually be shot 5 times in the lobby of a New York recording studio and would later serve 8 months in prison in 1995. And following his release, he would sign to Death Row Records and become heavily involved in the growing East Coast, West Coast hip-hop rivalry. And on September 7th, 1996, Tupac would be shot 4 times by an unidentified assailant, from which he would die 6 days later. In 2002, Tupac was inducted into the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, and in 2017, he was inducted into the Rock Hall of Fame, and Rolling Stone ranks him among the 100 greatest artists of all time.
I never tripped off your bitch cause she's scandalous. Now come and get a good look at the crook who can barely walk the city streets without a cop harassing me, searching me, then asking my identity. Hands up, give it back to you. Don't let him jack you up, back you up, crack you up, and then smack you up. I hit the studio cause that's where all my money went. Never surrender, it's all about the bacon. It's West Side, so you know the road will bow down to no man. Say what you say, but give me that bomb beat. And killers leaving dead bodies in the abandoned buildings. Carries the children cause they're ill and addicted to killing the need. On his cash and things, a 500, bands wanting flashy brains. Bitches pursue me like a dream.
Hey guys, smoke a wood, in the woods, on some wood. I approve this message, 1400, 800.
Alright, next up we have Trippie Redd, and he is an American rapper and singer, and one of the most prominent members to rise out of the SoundCloud rap era or SoundCloud scene. His debut mixtape, A Love Letter to You, in 2017, and its lead single, Love Scars, propelled him to popularity, and he would go on to release singles Dark Knight Demo, Taking a Walk, and Topanga, which would all reach the Billboard Hot 100. His debut studio album, Life's a Trip, in 2018, and sophomore album, Exclamation Point, in 2019, both would reach the top 5 of the Billboard 200, while his fourth mixtape, A Love Letter to You 4, in 2019 would top the chart. He would go on to release his third studio album, Pegasus, in 2020, and his fourth, Trip at Night, in 2021, and both would reach number 2 on the Billboard 200. He released his fifth studio album, Mansion Music, on January 20th, 2023, which was executively produced by Chief Keef, who was featured on 2 tracks, and he is expected to release his fifth mixtape sometime later in 2023.
They think I wanna die, yeah, cause my dose is suicide, yeah. I'm in this bitch with the gang, I'm in this bitch with the gang, ayy. I'm in this bitch with the. Tell me you love me and you gon' stay. Tell me you love me. Tell me you love me, what going on? They like Stevie, they can't see me, they won't beat me. I'm in that game. All out of love and tremendously. I'm here for you. Is the bass loud? Come and let me know it don't. Going crazy.
Let's take another phone call here. Hello?
Hi, my name is Mienda, and I live in Florida. Being a young black female and also a teen mother, what do you guys do to give back to the community? Also directed mostly towards ODB. I know Praz and the Fugees do things for the community, but what is going to be your thing for the community?
Nothing.
Alright, next up we have the Wu-Tang Clan, and they're an American hip-hop collective formed in Staten Island, New York in 1992, and its members include RZA, GZA, Method Man, Raekwon, Ghostface Killah, Inspector Deck, You God, Master Killer, and Old Dirty Bastard, and the close affiliate Capadonna, who would later become an official member. They're regarded as a highly influential group in hip-hop, helping to popularize and develop the East Coast hip-hop and hardcore hip-hop styles. After signing to the label Loud Records in 1992, Wu-Tang Clan would release their debut album, Enter the Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, in 1993, initially receiving positive reviews. It has since garnered widespread critical acclaim and is widely considered to be one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Members of the group would release solo albums between 1994 and 1996, and in 1997, the group would release their second album, Wu-Tang Forever. It debuted atop the Billboard 200 and was nominated for Best Rap Album at the 1998 Grammy Awards, and the group would later release the albums The W in 2000, Iron Flag in 2001, 8 Diagrams in 2007, and A Better Tomorrow in 2014. They would produce a 7th album, Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, in 2015, and only sell 1 copy, to which it was purchased by hedge fund manager Martin Shkreli. Wu-Tang as a group has introduced and launched the careers of a number of affiliate artists and groups, collectively known as the Wu-Tang Killer Bees, and in 2008, About would rank Wu-Tang Clan the #1 greatest hip-hop group of all time.
I smoke all the like smoking Joe Frazier, the Hellraiser, raising hell with the flavor, terrorize the jam like
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job, had second hand.
Tried to run game on the who's buck wild with the trigger, shame on the who's tried to run. It's tremendous, ultraviolet shine blind forensics. I inspect view through the future, see millennium. Order from P. Dot, MCs get stuck on ink blocks, air saw plug to the sink box. Who take it corrupt?
Go check the flow, singing Wu don't rock. Stop quick, hold the gossip, stop.
Fast, sway down, hating me now. Respect, get your fingers off the glass.
I got my these move back. Grab me a Dutch, I'm mad as fuck, my dude. My count was short when I was bagging it up. Now I need.
Oh, it's fire. Still, no matter what, we gon' rep your name. Look at your family. We got 20 years in the game.
Education, now's the time for us to come amongst this nation. They deceiving us, they don't believe in us.
Shit, pussy you whack, something like a cheap trick. Mike in the Billie Jean bed, I got the streets lit.
You're not a Nazi. You don't deserve to be called that and demonized.
Well, I see good things about him.
All right, next up we have Kanye West. And born in Atlanta before moving and being raised in Chicago, Kanye West would gain recognition as a producer for Rockefeller Records in the early 2000s, producing singles for several artists and developing the chipmunk soul sampling style. Intent on pursuing a solo career as a rapper, he would release his debut studio album, The College Dropout, in 2004 to critical and commercial success. He would found the record label Good Music later that year, and Kanye would explore diverse musical elements like orchestras, synthesizers, and auto-tunes on the albums Late Registration 2005, Graduation 2007, and 808s and Heartbreak in 2008. His fifth and sixth albums, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010 and Yeezus in 2013, were also met with critical and commercial success. He would further diversify his musical styles on The Life of Pablo in 2016 and Ye in 2018, and explored Christian and gospel music on Jesus is King in 2019. And his 10th album, Donda, in 2021, was released to continued commercial success but mixed critical reception. His discography also includes the 2 full-length collaborative albums, Watch the Throne in 2011 with Jay-Z and Kids See Ghosts in 2018 with Kid Cudi. Now, Kanye is one of the world's best-selling music artists, with over 160 million records sold. He's won 24 Grammy Awards and 75 nominations. And Rolling Stone has named him one of the 100 greatest songwriters of all time. Time named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2005 and 2015. And as a fashion designer, he's collaborated with Nike, Louis Vuitton, Gap, and APC on clothing and footwear, and led the Yeezy collaboration with Adidas. However, oh man, Kanye's outspoken views have received significant media coverage, and he has been a frequent source of controversy due to his conduct on social media and at award shows in public settings, as well as his comments on the music and fashion industries, US politics, race, and slavery. In 2022, he was widely condemned and lost many sponsors and partnerships, including his collaborations with Adidas, Gap, and Balenciaga, after making a series of anti-Semitic statements. And yeah, I mean, you know how it really goes from here. Yeah. However, it just came out he was watching like 21 Jump Street and saw Jonah Hill, and then he was like, you know what? I like the Jews. Oh my god.
I drink a boost for breakfast and ensure for dessert. Somebody order pancakes, I just sip.
Worldwide, cause I rep that till I fucking die. One neck, 2 chains, one. I got a problem with spinning before I get it. We all subconscious, I'm just the first to admit it. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
My name Portia and you get tips from any man. And your fat friend, her nickname is Minivan. How could I not shine?
How many ladies in the house? How many ladies in the house without a spell? In the night, I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. And refresh the page and restart the memory, respark the soul and rebuild the energy. I said, look, you need to crawl for your bar. Come and meet me.
Tell them give me 50 million or I'ma quit. Most rappers taste left food. But watch it, you bring home. You see a black man with a white woman at the top floor, they gon' come to kill King Kong.
I wanna wake up with you in my life. Beautiful.
Sometimes I take all the shine, talk like I drank all.
Not another word, let a picture or a decimal. Wrestling with God, I don't really wanna rest, so.
You know we feel you, you know he hears you, you know we with you straight from.
What flavor of cheesecake do you like, Future?
Just the regular one, original.
What does that taste like? Just full-on cheese?
Nah, it tastes like cheesecake. Sensational.
Alright, next up we have Future, and he's an American rapper known for his mumble-style vocals, prolific output, and he's considered a pioneer of the use of melody and auto-tune in modern trap music. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia, he signed the recording contract with A1 Recordings and Epic Records in 2011, and released the albums Pluto in 2012 and Honest in 2014. He would then achieve critical and commercial success with DS2 in 2015, and its singles Fuck Up Some Commas and Where Ya At, and then followed it up with Evil in 2016 and its lead single Low Life. His fifth album, Future in Hendrix, released in 2017, would make him the first artist to debut 2 albums in consecutive weeks atop the US Billboard 200. After leaving A1 Recordings, Future would release the albums The Wizard in 2019 and High Off Life in 2020, which featured the RIAA certified diamond single Life Is Good featuring Drake. And in 2021, Future would achieve his first #1 single on the Hot 100 after a record-breaking 125 entries after featuring with Young Thug on Drake's Way Too Sexy. The album I Never Liked You, released in 2022, spawned his second #1 hit, Wait For You, featuring Drake and Thames, which also became his highest charting single as a lead artist. The song won a Grammy Award for Best Melodic Rap Performance, while his parent album received a nomination for Best Rap Album. Future has also released mixtapes Beast Mode with Zaytoven, 56 Nights, and What a Time to Be Alive with Drake in 2015, full-length collaborative projects Super Slimy in 2017 with Young Thug, World on Drugs in 2018 with Juice WRLD, and Pluto and Baby Pluto in 2020 with Lil Uzi Vert. Being among one of the best-selling musicians in the world, Future's accolades include 2 Grammy Awards.
My life is a movie. I gotta stay focused. Turn on the light. I'm looking for. Coops all on coops, I'm just under. Moving the squares in them bills. Serving the raw, say yeah. Beating that China like who's a kitchen. Fuck us some commas, yeah. Fuck us some commas, yeah. Fuck us some commas. I got Bentleys, I got Robberies. Taking pain pills on the plane, getting charged. Mask on, fuck it, mask on. Mask on, fuck it, mask on. I'm going to triple to my girl. Call your ex. I'm going to Mars with my girl. Call your ex. Ordered a pound of gas and smoke, I need a fill up. Got a line on good gelato and gorilla. 100,000 for the cheapest ring on the nigga finger, little bitch. Ooh, I done flew one out to Spain to be in my domain. Got too many to please. Spent over 100 G's and she still wasn't pleased. I done gave her 100 G's. All she. You pray for my demons, girl, I got you. Every time I sip on codeine, I get vulnerable. Annoying. Too much dope that's just gonna keep me out my feelings. If I wasn't rapping, I'd be trapping, making millions.
I remember I was like, bitch, I'll be sicker than syphilis, that nigga tripping, then I'm gonna get rid of him. And after that, I was like, pause it. I was like, we gonna name this song Syphilis. It was just random. I think I was stoned or something. It was some random shit, you know? And that's how that song got that name. But,
oh, so you never had it?
Hell, what? Fuck out of here.
Really get syphilis now?
Alright, next up we have Juice WRLD, and Juice WRLD was an American rapper and singer, and he was a leading figure in the emo rap, quote, and SoundCloud rap genres, which garnered mainstream attention during the mid to late 2010s. He began his career as an independent artist in 2015 and signed a recording contract with Grade A Productions and Interscope Records in 2017. He would gain recognition with the Diamond certified single Lucid Dreams, which would peak at number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100, and it was also included on his triple platinum debut album Goodbye and Good Riddance, released in 2018. Alongside the singles All Girls Are the Same, Lean With Me, Wasted, and Armed and Dangerous, all of which charted on the Hot 100. He then collaborated with Future on the mixtape Wrld on Drugs in 2018 and released his second album, Death Race for Love, in 2019, and it contained the hit single Robbery and became Juice WRLD's first #1 debut on the US Billboard 200. Unfortunately, Juice WRLD would die following a drug overdose on December 8th, 2019. His album Legends Never Die would be released in 2020, with the single Come and Go with Marshmello becoming Juice WRLD's second song to reach #2 on the Hot 100. Fighting Demons would be released in 2021 alongside the documentary film Juice WRLD Into the Abyss and contained the US top 20 single Already Dead. If you haven't listened to Juice WRLD, bro, I don't know, I would encourage you to, bro. This man was fire, bro. Probably one of my favorite artists. Yeah, rest in peace to that man.
I'm in love with the Molly, ain't nobody stop me. Posing in them ripped jeans, Louis V her heels, handful of Zan, she a rock star for earthquake. Fuck your earthquake, I got a chopper that'll make the fucking earth shake. Yeah. You let me know love is not the answer, not the answer, not the 5 or 6 pills in my right hand. Codeine running over on my nightstand. Up in a fire, burn, 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 burn. I pray to God for some water. Forget the bad memory.
Alright, next up we got Roddy Ricch, and he is an American singer, songwriter, and vocalizer who would rise to fame in 2018 with his single Die Young, which peaked at number 98 on the Billboard Hot 100. His first 2 mixtapes, Feed the Streets in 2017 and Feed the Streets 2 in 2018, would also receive widespread acclaim. In 2019, Roddy Ricch would also be featured alongside Hit Boy on Nipsey Hussle's single Racks in the Middle, which earned him a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance. His debut album, Please Excuse Me for Being Antisocial, was released through Atlantic Records and Bird Vision Entertainment on December 6, 2019, and debuted atop the Billboard 200, becoming his first chart-topping album. It spawned the Hot 100 #1 single, The Box, which earned him a Diamond certification by the RIAA, as well as the top 10 single High Fashion. Later in 2020, he would be featured on the Baby single Rockstar, which became his second #1 single on the Hot 100, and his second studio album, Live Life Fast, would be released on December 17th, 2021. Since his career began, he has won several accolades, including a Grammy Award from 9 different nominations, as well as 2 BET Awards, 2 BET Hip Hop Awards, and the American Music Award.
I'm feeling like Floyd 50, you know how I'm trying to be. Mask on, mask off, these niggas ain't ballin' in the city like the Rosen. Gotta keep my niggas round me, I can't do the wrong friend. I been to ride to another nigga city. I got a brand new Draco with me. Clip got 33, scatty pip, bitch. The pilot I'm flying in, I never wanna fly again. I take my chances in traffic. She sucking on dick, no hands with it. I ain't gotta shine on purpose. Platinum every time I put out. Trap house looking like cookout. 5%. Fuck around. Pay your rent. Hey.
He got this crazy ass theory. He got a crazy ass theory.
You can't know if you love your girl or not until you cheat on her. Man.
Alright, next up we got Lil Durk, and he is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter, and he is also the lead member and founder of the collective and record label Only the Family, OTF baby, you know how we rock. He garnered a cult following with the release of his Sign to the Streets mixtape series from 2013 to 2014, which will lead to a record deal with Def Jam Recordings. The label would release his debut studio albums Remember My Name in 2015 and Lil Durk 2 Times in 2016, before Durk would leave Def Jam in 2018. Following the independent release of his Just Cause Y'all Waited mixtape in March 2018, he would sign a deal with Alamo Records in July. And in April 2020, Durk would make his first appearance as the lead artist on the Billboard Hot 100 with the single Viral Moment off his 5th studio album Just Cause Y'all Waited 2 in 2020. Lil Durk's commercial resurgence would continue with singles such as Three-Headed Goat featuring Polo G and Lil Baby, Backdoor, and The Voice, and his features on Drake's 2020 single Laugh Now, Cry Later, and Pooh Shiesty's song Back in Blood, as well as his LPs The Voice in 2020 and his joint album with Lil Baby, The Voice of the Heroes, in 2021, which became his first release to debut atop the Billboard 200. Yeah, he was on fire, bro. His 2022 release, 7220, would become his second consecutive #1 album. There's a lot of controversy in this man, especially in his crew. Bro, if you're watching this video and you've been on my channel, we talked about it, but yeah.
Niggas know Lil Durk the truth. He hang with shooters and no goofies. You won't throw the L's up for them hitters. Get it? L's up. This ain't what you want. Cause the road you can go, I know. Just know they come ill. You nigga wanna talk that money, nigga wanna talk that money. These niggas try to get me tied with the neck like. She gave me life, I can't get right, I can't get right. Got your koozie water. This is the shit that these niggas don't get. They ride on ride too. When I get dressed, I got soap. Count my stripe like a ref without a whistle. And I love my vultures. Do what they say, them boys are just talking. Recent money harches off them drugs, too high off them Percocets. Tryna follow behind my cousin. I wasn't focused yet. With the ice, drug dealer, no family price. I stopped drinking lean with the ice. G-Wagon, I lean to the right. New art pack in the air, this gas or what? He'll still be alive right now if you niggas ain't gas him up. You was lurking on my page, you became an art. You was writing bitch your back, that shit went too far. Got me traumatized. Why they lie? I do love my God. You looking crazy. Shot my brother when it comes to the money. My shorty be constantly purging. Fuck my ops, we on his ass. Catch him blast. That's playing, bitch, I'm really icy. Really icy. Who shicey, that's my dog. But fool, you know I'm really shicey. On this street shit to a street nigga in that town ain't get coke. I had a best friend with a best friend. She your friends over there when I pull up, we have an orgy. I don't care if you fence the page private, don't record me.
In the whole world, look around you. Look at this. We created this. This didn't exist before we were here. Look around at the square. I promise you right now, we did this. Doesn't matter what anybody says. They can say it's disrespectful. They can say it's this and that. I love Toronto. I love this team, and we're going to the NBA Finals.
All right, next up we have Drake, who is a Canadian rapper and singer, and since his career he's been credited for popularizing singing and R&B sensibilities in hip-hop. He gained recognition by starring as Jimmy Brooks in the CTV teen drama series of Degrassi, and he would then pursue a career in music, releasing his debut mixtape Room for Improvement in 2006. He would follow with the mixtapes Comeback Season in 2007 and So Far Gone in 2009, before signing with Young Money Entertainment. His first 3 albums, Thank Me Later in 2010, Take Care in 2011, and Nothing Was the Same in 2013 were all critical successes and propelled him to the forefront of hip-hop. And his 4th album, Views in 2016, would see an exploration of dancehall and stood atop the Billboard 200 for 13 non-consecutive weeks, making it the first album by a male artist to do so in over a decade, and featured the chart record-setting lead single One Dance. In 2018, Drake will release the double album Scorpion, which contained the Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles God's Plan, Nice for What, and In My Feelings, and his widely anticipated 6th album Certified Lover Boy would release in 2021, which achieved 9 top 10 hits on the Hot 100, setting the then record for most US top 10 hits from one album, with its lead single Way Too Sexy reaching #1. In 2022, he would release the house-inspired album Honestly Nevermind and the collaborative album Her Loss with 21 Savage. Known for frequent accompanying releases to his albums, he has achieved critical and commercial success with the mixtapes If You're Reading This, It's Too Late in 2015 and More Life in 2017. As an entrepreneur, he founded the OVO Sound record label in 2012, and in 2013 became the global ambassador of the Toronto Raptors. joining their executive committee and later obtaining naming rights to their practice facility. Yeah, among the world's best-selling artists with over 170 million records sold, Drake is ranked as the highest certified digital singles artist in the United States by the RIAA, and as of February 2023, he is the most streamed act of all time on Spotify.
Yo, the city is mine. Which one? T-O-R-O-N-T-O-D-R-A-K-E, that's me. You know how the story. Drake has, cause I'm dripped up and I'm Drake that, and I'm lean back, scoping, looking for a woman that I should.
The young spitter that everybody in rap fear. A lot of y'all are still sounding like last year. I'm doing me, I'm doing me. I'm living life right now, man.
I'm just saying you could do better.
Can't sleep thinking that he lies still, so you cry still. Tears all in a pillowcase. Big girls all get.
Yeah, I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every Monday.
Oh Lord, who else sounding like this? They ain't made me what I am, they just found me like this. I was ready.
And I know when that hotline blink, that can only mean one thing. And they smile in my face. Whole time they wanna take my place. Whole time they wanna take my.
I finesse down Western Road, hey, next. Might go down.
You know dog days, you know hard times. Doing overtime for the last month. Saturday. I fuck with them all, but I got ties. Knock you off to pay their ties.
This in between us is not like a store, this isn't a closable gap, hey. I see some niggas attack.
Yeah, I like it crowded.
Oh, you like the boy? Well, tell me what you like about him.
You be cold, bro, think he John Wayne. I bought them Yellowstones, love the way they hang, babe. Fuck me off the market, take me off the map. I'm tryna hit the group chat and tell them it's all.
Russell. Listen, stop. I'm gonna fuck you. But also.
Alright, next up we have Doja Cat, and she is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter, and record producer. And born and raised in Los Angeles, she began making and releasing music on SoundCloud, and her song So High would catch the attention of Kimosabe and RCA Records, with which she signed a joint record deal, and she would release her debut EP, Purr, in 2014. After a hiatus from releasing music and the uneventful rollout of her debut studio album, Amala, in 2018, Doja Cat would earn viral success as an internet meme with her 2018 single, Moo, a novelty song in which she makes satirical claims about being a cow. Capitalizing on her growing popularity, she released her second studio album, Hot Pink, in the following year. It would reach the top 10 of the US Billboard 200 and spawn the single Say So, in which the remix featuring Nicki Minaj would top the Billboard Hot 100. Her third album, entitled Planet Her in 2021, spent 3 consecutive weeks at the number 2 on the Billboard 200 and spawned the top 10 singles Kiss Me More, featuring SCA, Need to Know, and Woman. Described by the Wall Street Journal as a skilled technical rapper with a strong melodic sense and a bold visual presence, Doja Cat is known for creating music videos and songs that achieve popularity on social media websites such as TikTok, and she is also well versed in internet culture herself and is famed for her absurdly humorous personality and online presence. She has received numerous accolades throughout her career, including 1 Grammy Award from 16 nominations, 5 Billboard Music Awards, 5 AMAs, and 3 MTV Video Music Awards.
Got a couple jams you gon' fuck to. I be with them bitches with the tats and the bundles. We be putting berries in. Wanna know baby, I know. See it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. Up, back, back. Just got to roll it. You got to keep it focused. You wanna say so. Baby, hold me, 'cause I like the way you move. Dog, player, I get it. Fraud, player,
Woke up, I looked at the computer said, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for? Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga. This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read 1 full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
Alright, next up we have 50 Cent, and he is an American rapper, actor, television producer, and businessman. Being born in the South Jamaican neighborhoods of Queens, 50 Cent began pursuing a musical career in 2000 when he produced Power of the Dollar for Columbia Records. However, days before the planned release, he was shot and the album was never released. In 2002, after 50 Cent released the mixtape Guess Who's Back, he was discovered by Eminem and signed through Shady Records under the aegis of Dr. Dre's Aftermath Entertainment and Interscope Records. His first major label album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', in 2003, was a commercial success, and the album spawned the Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles In the Club and 21 Questions, featuring Nate Dogg, and was certified 9 times platinum by the RIAA. And that same year, he would found G-Unit Records, signing his G-Unit associates Young Buck, Lloyd Banks, and Tony Yayo to the East Coast hip-hop group G-Unit. 50 Cent would have similar commercial and critical success with his second album, The Massacre, in 2005, which contained the single Candy Shop featuring Olivia, and he would undergo musical changes with his fifth album, Animal Ambition, which released in 2014, and is currently working on his 6th studio album. He executive produced and starred in the television series Power and is slated to produce its spin-off. And as of today, 50 Cent has sold over 30 million albums worldwide and won several awards, including a Grammy Award, Primetime Emmy Award, 13 Billboard Music Awards, 6 World Music Awards, 3 AMAs, and 4 BET Awards.
I sit and why I'm hot to death, I'm Mercedes. To all you play haters, y'all should hate the game, not the players. Come on.
Nigga, you play around, I'll lay you down. That's how it's going down. She ain't caught throwing signs like I'm a son.
That's how I move, you mistake before I play up here. Been hit with a few, but I don't walk with a limp.
Better watch how you talk when you talk about me, cause I'll come and take your life away.
You gon' back that thing up, or should I push up on it? Temperature rising, okay, let's go to the next level. Dance floor.
I topped in the club, I'm still sipping the bump. The drama, I'm with it, I get biz, you get it.
Just cause I ain't got shit to do. Pistol pop, a pussy drop. Drama never ever stop. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Put a knot on your fucking head. Yeah, that'll happen first. I put a dot on your fucking head. You end up in the hearse. Fuck pill popping that strap, I pop that. Watch the henchman trial, see a rat on a rat. You got a nice gimmick. And homie, that's why you're turning on me. Admitted I made it. I can't be faded. I roll it like you can't get enough. That bitch still like dope boys. If you got money, she going for it. I drink that.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm a young man from RC Projects who really made the thing that they say the American dream come true, because I'm not supposed to be here speaking to you. You know, there's a lot of people that come from where I come. There's a lot of skilled people who come from where I come who are not here right now. You know?
You are Jay-Z.
Oh, I thought you meant like, who am I? I thought it was a deeper question.
All right, next up we have Jay-Z, and he is an American rapper, record producer, and entrepreneur, and is often regarded as one of the greatest rappers of all time. He has been central to the creative and commercial success of artists including Kanye West, Rihanna, and J. Cole, and he is the founder and chairman of the entertainment company Roc Nation, and was a president and chief executive of Def Jam Recordings from 2004 to 2007. He was born and raised in New York City and began his musical career in the late 1980s, and he co-founded the record label Rockefeller Records in 1995 and released his debut studio album Reasonable Doubt in 1996. The album was released to widespread critical success and solidified his standing in the music industry, and he went on to release 12 additional albums, including the acclaimed albums The Blueprint in 2001, The Black Album in 2003, American Gangster in 2007, and 444 in 2017. He also released the full-length collaborative albums Watch the Throne in 2011 with Kanye West and Everything Is Love in 2018 with his wife Beyonce. Through his business ventures, Jay-Z became the first hip-hop billionaire. He's one of the world's best-selling music artists with over 140 million records sold, and he has won 24 Grammy Awards, which is the joint most Grammy Awards of any rapper along with Kanye West. He also holds the record for most #1 albums by a solo artist on the Billboard 200 and was also inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in 2013, Time named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world.
You're scheming, stop dreaming, I leave your body steaming. Niggas is fiending, what's the meaning? I'm leaning on any nigga into somebody block trying to rock. I drop bombs and fools see me with that dough by 8 o'clock. My feet never touch the. You know me well from nightmares of a lonely cell. My only hell, but since when y'all niggas know me and such? How they make it where you afraid to fuck? They gave us drugs, then turned around and investigated. Knowing I can go, just switching a spare. On the highway of life, nigga been sharp in my sight. Oh. Pop toasters, and they live with their moms, got drop roasters from botch robberies, niggas crotched over. All I need is a partner to play space with the cards up, all trust. Who else you gonna run? Patience from this generation. I get an encore. Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boys. Be locked by the force, trying to hustle some things. That go with the Porsche, feeling no remorse. Niggas like it, you love it, you be it, you're of it, you breathe it, we need it, bring it back for the hustlers. Thanks to the lames, bad aim, thanks to a little change, I tore you out the game. Bootleg, the shit was so hard, thought we was all dead. Wayne to the milli, 50 to the milli, yay too. Fuck y'all mad at me for? Y'all don't even know what I've been through. I play chicken with a Mack truck. Y'all got tattoos on my body, psycho bitches in my lobby. I got haters in the paper photo shoot. Financial freedom, my only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke. We from Lagos, man, Samusa reincarnated. We on our levels, that's a billion. 1,000 million. First one to see a B out these housing buildings.
These things happen, you know what I mean? From California all the way out to Finland. You feel me? You dig? You smell me? Yada da yee! The Bay Boys are out here.
Alright, next up we have G-Eazy, and he is an American rapper from California, and he started out as a record producer, and he began working on singles while he was still a student at Loyola, and he would eventually get the opportunity in 2010 to work for well-known artists, most notably Lil Wayne and Snoop Dogg. He would produce his first major label album, These Things Happen, which were released in 2014 and peaked at number 3 on the US Billboard 200. It featured the single I Mean It, which reached number 98 on the Billboard Hot 100, and his second studio album, When It's Dark Out, will release in 2015 and peak at number 5 on the US Billboard 200. It would also feature the single Me, Myself, and I, which reached number 7 on the US Billboard Hot 100. His third album, The Beautiful and Damned, would release in 2017 and peaked at number 3 on the US Billboard 200 and would feature the single No Limit featuring Cardi B and A$AP Rocky, which reached number 4 on the US Billboard Hot 100. He would go on to release his long-anticipated fourth studio album, These Things Happen 2, in 2021, and it was supported by the singles Running Wild and Breakdown featuring Demi Lovato in the weeks leading up to release date. And he also got to low-key cuddle with Megan Thee Stallion, bro. Lucky bastard, bro. Lucky bastard.
Talking like you got some kind of talent, think not. I'm sorry to expose you. Somebody should have told you. Wait till I'm big when the price tag triples and I'm on my shit. Fuck y'all then if I make it on my own. Fuck. On the shelf, I twist one up, burn a Zag to myself, and I don't give a fuck if it's bad for my. The coke and smoke, I see her friend, and now I'm going for that 3 like I'm Steve Novak. Next shit I'm about to say is obvious, but criticism's worth some more than compliments. I'm not impressed. Back on my bullshit again. I'm having way too much fun. I'm in a section with. Fuck all this modesty. I just need space to do me. Get a world what they're trying to see. A Stella Maxwell rapper. Dodging her when she's the one. I'm out here tripping, acting wild. Start to wonder if I've changed. Ay, fuck with me and get some money. Get some money. Yeah, fuck with me and get some money. Talking it, but you ain't living like that. The Porsche costs 100. This is twice that. Follow trends, I just follow tens. Every other week, I'ma make an M. I told her if you make it hard, turn it. Got this magic 8-ball, but I ain't got no crystal. Just don't fall in Courtney Love and don't go Cobain with no pistols. In the mail, I cannot use a regular scale. Bring me the one they use for whales. Flat on the beat.
Magic shit for show. I'm dripping these bitches at the door. Snap bitches. Yeah. You popping your tag, you snap. Vintage. You popping your tag, you rocking your dub.
Alright, next up we got Young Thug, and he is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter, and is considered to be an influential figure of this generation, with his music impacting the modern sound of hip-hop and trap music. He is known for his eccentric vocal style and fashion, and he would initially release a series of independent mixtapes beginning in 2011 with I Came From Nothing, and in early 2013, he would sign with Gucci Mane's 1017 Records. And later that year, he would release his label debut mixtape, 1017 Thug, to critical praise. Young Thug would receive mainstream recognition in 2014 with the singles Stoner and Danny Glover, in addition to appearances on several singles including T.I.'s About the Money, Tyga's Hookah, and Rich Gang's Lifestyle. In 2015, he would amass a number of mixtapes including Barter 6 and 2 installments of his Slime Season series. And subsequently in 2016, he would issue commercial mixtapes I'm Up, Slime Season 3, and Jeffrey. In 2017, he would be featured on the worldwide hit Havana by Cuban pop singer Camila Cabello, which became his first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. And in 2018, he would release a compilation album, Slime Language, with his label YSL Records. In 2019, he would go on to win the Grammy Award for Song of the Year for his contributions to Childish Gambino's This Is America. He's in that one part where he's like, America, I just checked my phone while listening. You motherfuckers owe me. You tell somebody.
Just a buck, hey. This is black man in this world. An expensive foreign.
His debut studio album, So Much Fun, in 2019 would debut at #1 on the US Billboard 200 and included the Billboard Hot 100 Top 20 singles, The London, and Hot. The following year, his single Go Crazy with Chris Brown from the collaborative mixtape Slime and B in 2020 would peak at #3 on the Hot 100, becoming his first top 10 single as lead artist. Additionally, he would reach #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for the second time in his career with his feature alongside M.I.A. on Travis Scott's single Franchise. In 2021, he would release the compilation album Slime Language 2, which debuted #1 on the Billboard 200, and later that year, he would reach #1 on the Hot 100 a third time by featuring alongside Future on Drake's Way Too Sexy. His second studio album, Punk, was released on October 15th, 2021, and debuted #1 on Billboard 200, becoming his third #1 album, as well as his second chart-topping project of 2021. Unfortunately, he was arrested in May 2022 in Atlanta on gang-related charges, and Young Thug and Gunna were among the 28 people associated with YSL who were charged on a 56-count RICO indictment filed by the Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis. And following a search of his home, he was charged with several additional felonies related to possession of illegal substances and illegal firearms. And yeah, shit is not looking too hot right now for YSL. But you know what? It'll probably be okay.
I stay busy, $1,000 t-shirt. Shake 'em up like a hit stick. Your bitches on my dogs. I'm stoner, I'm stoner, I'm stoner. I'm stoner, I'm stoner. Holly, nigga, proceed. I'ma eat that booty just like grocery. I stacked it up, now I'm just better living. Got screws in my mouth, I'm just prepping it. I'm fucking this cash on my celibate. One night, let me put it on your face. Let a nigga nut. Only way I go to the morning. I had a suspect by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. I'm in that lamb, so she gon' ride. I see the pain and shot it like birds. I'm at the kill. Biggie bomb to your tie. I can put a stone by your eye. I've been drinking red rats, boy. I've been trapping out these birds, my car. Okay, bought a P, not a pill of Porsche. A push a P. 3 P's, popcorn, Porsche.
Don't do it.
May Eros, Artemis, and Apollo guide you through your musical journey.
Nigga, what?
Alright, next up we have Outkast, and they were an American hip-hop duo formed in Atlanta, Georgia in 1992, and it consisted of rappers Andre 3000 and Big Boy. The duo achieved both critical and commercial success from the mid-1990s to early 2000s, helping to popularize Southern hip-hop with their intricate lyricism, memorable melodies, and positive themes, while experimenting with a diverse range of genres such as funk, psychedelia, jazz, and techno. The two formed their duo as high school students, and Outkast would release their debut album, Southern Playlistic Psychedelic Music, in 1994, which gained popularity after the single Players Ball reached #1 on the Billboard Hot Rap Tracks chart. With successive releases such as the critically acclaimed albums Italians in 1996 and Aquemini in 1998, the duo would further develop their sound, experimenting with a variety of styles and achieving commercial success. Outkast would then achieve more mainstream and crossover success with their critically acclaimed fourth album, Stankonia, in 2000, which included the singles Miss Jackson and B.O.B. The duo would then release the double album Speaker Box and The Love Below in 2003, which was their only album to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200 and featured the #1 singles Hey Ya and The Way You Move. The album would win the Grammy Award for Album of the Year and was certified Diamond by the RIAA. Outkast would star in the 2006 musical film Wrld and recorded the film's accompanying soundtrack, which was released as their final album 3 days before the film's release. The duo would break up the same year, and both members have since pursued solo careers. Outkast is regarded as one of the greatest and most influential hip-hop acts of all time, and are one of the most successful, having certified sales of 20 million records between 6 studio albums and a greatest hits release, as well as having earned 6 Grammy Awards. And Rolling Stone has ranked them #7 on its list of 20 greatest duos of all time.
Can't cease, so I begin to piece my 2 and 2 together. Got no snowy weather, have to find something to do. Stop in the land of ATL, where nothing but pimps will be equipped, quick to make a sale swell.
I can picture less of smoking and drinking and they so play your fucking job. Educated and black, I will resort.
Bend corners like I was a curve, I struck a nerve, and now you about to see the southern plague serve. I heard that for a long time and won't sell you no flex. So congregation, will you turn your text to the book of Outkast, chapter 2. Cast keep it jumping like kangaroos, but stupid on the Barbie, we ain't trying to lose. Say I be got. I try to just throw it at you, determine your own adventure, Andre. Got to a station, here's my destination. She got off the bus to come. You would defend that lady when I call you. Yeah. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
Shaggy past the boom bag, see, that say don't do that. Freaky friends smash the gas and slam us in the traffic.
Yeah, the roses really smell like boo-boo-boo. Married to that page, divorce is not an option and prenuptial is void. Eat up whatever rapper, but I'm a bum when I shoot the moon. High jump the broom, like a preemie out the womb. My partner yelling too soon. Trying to see if I still got it. I guess it's like a right think about it.
You don't respect me, man? You gotta die, man. You gotta die. You say my name, man? I gotta how you touch. I gotta how you touch, man.
Alright, next up we have Polo G, and he is an American rapper and rose to prominence with his singles Finer Things and Pop Out featuring Lil TJ. And his first song ever recorded was titled The ODA, which he released to YouTube, and upon creating a SoundCloud account in 2018, he released the track Gang With Me, which quickly racked up millions of plays, and he continued gaining traction with his songs Welcome Back and Never Cared. He went on to release Finer Things, which was a song he wrote while he was locked up, and it quickly gained millions of views. In early 2019, he would release Pop Out featuring Lil TJ, which peaked at #11 on the Billboard Hot 100, and the song's music video would gain over 200 million views on YouTube and led him to signing a record deal with Columbia Records. He also released videos for his songs Deep Wounds, Through the Storm, Effortless, and Dying Breed from his debut studio album Die a Legend, which was released in 2019 and peaked at #6 on the Billboard 200 and was also certified platinum by the RIAA. His second studio album, The GOAT, would be released in 2020 and peaked at #2 on the Billboard 200 and charted 10 singles on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. His mainstream success continued with his third studio album, Hall of Fame, in 2021, which became Polo G's first chart-topping album and included his first #1 single, Rap Star. He's originally known for his Chicago drill sound, but eventually transitioned to a more melodic style, and he has been noted for his vivid and explicit storytelling, as his lyrics often involve tough subjects, including racism and mental health. He stated that American rappers Lil Wayne and Tupac Shakur are his biggest influences.
Polo G, that nigga your homie I'm ran from. Or maybe I poked you in one of your pocket like nigga get all of them bands up. Rob so many niggas. Bitch, I'm say let's gang, I just rather let my cash speak. Same niggas like to run they mouth, have some fast feet. And we haul shit down, better tighten up your shoelace. Lil' bro, get up close and let the Glock 22 spray.
Finding things, now you don't went from H&M to a designer fiend. He was playing games, got you dancing in the middle. Ain't get near me. Only bitch I give a conversation to a Siri. My pants are mirrored. Yes, say fuck the opposites, but deep down we really all alike. Since the elementary, our elders gave us. I couldn't even enjoy my birthday. Bitch, come to me about assumptions. They can't fuck with me on my worst day. I don't run it up. I do this shit for all my guys that got put under. 50 shots, I'm a drama. Them guns spit thunder.
Tell me about the title of the album.
I think I came up with that title. Excuse me. I came up with the title.
Alright, next up we got N.W.A, or Niggas with Attitudes. And this was an American hip-hop group formed in Compton, California, and they were among the earliest and most significant popularizers and controversial figures of the gangster rap subgenre. The group is widely considered one of the greatest and most influential groups in the history of hip-hop music. Active from 1987 to 1991, the rap group endured controversy owing to its music's explicit lyrics, which many viewed as being misogynistic, as well as glorification of drugs and crime. The group was subsequently banned from many mainstream American radio stations, and in spite of this, they have sold over 10 million units in the United States alone. Drawing on its members' own experiences of racism and excessive policing, the group made inherently political music, and the members were known for their deep hatred of the police system, which sparked many controversy over the years. The original group formed in early 1987, consisting of Arabian Prince, Dr. Dre, Eazy-E, Ice Cube, DJ Yella, and MC Ren joining later that year. They released their first compilation album as a group in 1987 called N.W.A and the Posse, which peaked at number 39 on Billboard's magazine's top R&B and hip-hop albums chart, and Arabian Prince would leave shortly after the release of N.W.A's debut studio album, Straight Outta Compton, in 1988, and the remaining group members, along with Ice Cube, would later become platinum-selling solo artists in their own rights in the 1990s. The group's debut album marked the beginning of the new gangster rap era, as the production and social commentary in their lyrics were revolutionary within the genre. 1991's Niggas for Life was the group's final album, and after Dr. Dre and the D.O.C. would leave Ruthless to join Death Row Records and allegations over Eazy-E being coerced into signing away their contracts, a bitter rivalry would ensue, and the group would just split apart. Eazy-E would eventually pass away in 1995, and having both parted with Ruthless Records on bad terms, tensions between Ice Cube and Dr. Dre would eventually ease out on their own, and Ice Cube would even make a cameo appearance in Dr. Dre's Let Me Ride video in 1993. As of today, Rolling Stone has ranked N.W.A at number 83 on its list of 100 greatest artists of all time, and in 2016, the group was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Let the music take your mind. Don't freaks are here, don't interfere. Our world is one of a kind.
Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad cause I'm brown. What's up? Tell them where you from. Straight out of Compton. Another crazy ass nigga. When punks I smoke, yo, my rep gets bigger. I'm expressing with my full capabilities. And now I'm living in correctional facilities. Cause shut up and lend me a ear. So I can tell you why I'm running with my brothers. Headed for the home base. In a black CD, yo, humping some funky shit by the D.O.C. I gotta be near your anatomy, my form of flattery. Assault and battery, cause we coming with that street mentality.
Here I have a big zombie Easter Jesus. Jesus is very handsome, so I figured, how could we make him super metal? And so we made him Easter Jesus.
Alright, next up we have Post Malone, and he's an American rapper, singer, songwriter, and record producer, and he gained a lot of his acclaim for blending genres and subgenres of hip-hop, pop, R&B, and trap. He began his music career in 2011 and gained recognition with his 2015 debut single, White Iverson, which peaked at number 14 on the US Billboard Hot 100. He signed a recording contract with Republic Records and released his debut album Stoney in 2016. It contained the diamond single Congratulations featuring Quavo, yes sir, and set the record for most weeks on the US Billboard Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums chart, which was 77 weeks. His second album, Beer Bongs and Bentleys, was released in 2018 and debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200 and set several streaming records. It also contained the US number 1 single, Rockstar, featuring 21 Savage, in Psycho featuring Ty Dolla $ign, and was nominated for Album of the Year at the 61st Grammy Awards. His third #1 single would be Sunflower with Sway Lee, and was the promotional and lead single of the soundtrack for the film Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in 2018, and was also included on Malone's third album, Hollywood's Bleeding, in 2019. Its second single, Circles, would reach #1 and set the record for most weeks in the top 10 on the Hot 100. And his fourth album, 12 Karat Toothache, would be released in June 2022, spearheaded by the US top 10 singles I Like You featuring Doja Cat and One Right Now with The Weeknd. Among the best-selling music artists with over 80 million records sold, Post Malone has won 10 Billboard Music Awards, 3 AMAs, and 1 MTV Video Music Award, and received 9 Grammy Award nominations. He holds several Billboard chart records, and he is the first solo artist to top the rap airplay in adult contemporary charts.
I smash out I'm spending on my fucking pay. Cause you want me and I want you. Tell me, is that deja vu? Say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. Cocaine on the table, liquor porn, don't give a damn. Dude, your girlfriend is a groupie, she just trying to know. Wish I could be there for you. Give me a reason to. Seasons change and our love went cold. Feed the flag. Know that you a family, cause some branches on my dreams. But if you in my circle, know I'll always be around. My whip from fast and furious, curtains we guaranteed. I get the calmest period. Guess you gotta let me off with the one in return of me. Feeling like an outcast.
I don't know when it happened that sometimes people get offended by twerking, but that shit is crazy. Like, I love to throw my ass. I love to shake my ass. That's like one of my favorite things to do. And I be seeing motherfuckers be like, oh man, all you do is shake your ass. And I'll be like, damn, actually, I go to school and I rap, and sometimes I be cooking. I'm a dog mom. Like,
All right, next up we got Megan Thee Stallion, and she is an American rapper and singer. And originally from Houston, Texas, she first garnered attention when videos of her freestyling became popular on social media platforms such as Instagram. She would then sign to 300 Entertainment in 2018, where she released the mixtape Fever in 2019 and her EP Sugar in 2020, both of which reached the top 10 of the Billboard 200. She would then release her debut studio album, Good News, to critical acclaim, appearing on several year-end Best Album lists, and she earned her first and second #1 singles on the US Billboard Hot 100 with the remix of her song Savage featuring Beyonce and her feature on Cardi B's single WAP. Yeah. In 2021, she was featured alongside Doja Cat on the remix of Ariana Grande's 2020 single 34 plus 35 or 69, which reached #2 on the Billboard Hot 100. She followed this with her debut compilation album Something for the Hotties in 2021, which reached top 10 on the Billboard 200, and spawned the single Thought Shit, which reached top 20 in the US and received a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance nomination. Yeah, she's why is she kinda, you know what I'm saying? Why is she kinda bad? Anyways, throughout her career, Megan Thee Stallion has received several accolades, including 6 BET Awards, 5 BET Hip Hop Awards, 4 AMAs, 2 MTV Video Music Awards, a Billboard Women in Music Award, and 3 Grammy Awards. She became the second female rapper to win Best New Artist after Lauryn Hill in 1999, and in 2020, Time named her one of the 100 most influential people in the world.
Tell me no unless you ready for my attitude. I hop up on Big Daddy, then I start doing gymnastics. One phone call and your whole block feeling. Long legs, big titties, I'm the hood top. I need a nigga with stroke. Hey, I wanna bust it on your face. He wanna see my shit square like he squeezed it. He finna die freak nasty. Go a couple of rounds, leave that dick up in the casket. I ain't wanna take the nigga from you, it just happened. Who gon' handle me? Thinking he's a player, he's a member on the team. He put in all that work, he wanna be the MVP. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, move with your bitch would, and I'm a genie. Bitch so hot, gotta stay in bikinis. He got a girl, but he keep begging to see me. I love it when a nigga's nutty, but he get my fudge round. He tight than a bitch. He ain't had it like this. Toes curling like they throwing gang signs on crib. One thing about
Never have I ever used my fame to get out of trouble.
Oh, boy.
Alright, next up we have Snoop Dogg, and he is an American rapper and actor, and his fame definitely dates back to 1992 when he was featured on Dr. Dre's debut solo single, Deep Cover, and then on Dre's debut solo album, The Chronic. Yeah, basically he hopped on the tracks and just literally popped off, man. Snoop Dogg would release his debut solo album the next year in 1993, Doggy Style, produced by Dr. Dre and released by Death Row Records, and debuted at #1 on the Popular Albums chart, selling 800,000 copies in the first week. Doggy Style was a certified quadruple platinum in 1994 and featured the singles What's My Name and Gin and Juice. In 1994, Death Row Records released a soundtrack by Snoop Dogg for the short film Murder Was the Case, starring Snoop himself. And in 1996, his second album, The Dogfather, also debuted at #1 on both charts, with Snoop's Upside Your Head as the lead single. The next year, the album would be certified double platinum. After leaving Death Row Records in 1998, Snoop Dogg was signed with No Limit Records, releasing 3 Snoop albums: The Game Is to Be Sold, Not to Be Told in 1998, No Limit Top Dog in 1999, and The Last Meal in 2000. In 2002, he would sign with Priority Records, releasing Paid the Cost to Be the Boss, and in 2004, he was signed to Geffen Records, releasing his next 3 albums, R&G, The Masterpiece, The Blue Carpet Treatment, and Ego Trippin'. Priority Records would then release his album Malice in Wonderland in 2009, followed by Documentary in 2011. He's also starred in motion pictures and hosted several television shows, and he was also in Training Day, which is it's pretty sick, bro. Pretty sick. In 2012, after a trip to Jamaica, he announced a conversion to Rastafari and the new alias Snoop Lion, and as Snoop Lion, he would release a reggae album, Reincarnated, and a documentary film of the same name about his Jamaican experience. His 13th studio album, Bush, would be released in May 2015 and marked the return of the Snoop Dogg name. And his 14th solo album, Kool-Aid, would be released in 2016. Snoop Dogg is basically one of the greatest icons in gangster rap, and in 2006, Vibe magazine called him the king of the West Coast, and in 2023, he was inducted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Follow me, but you bet not slip, cause 9 triz ain't the years there for me to quiz out my crib. Being Snoop D-O-double-G, but I somehow, some way, keep coming up with funky ass hits. I represent it from VA to Venice, so when it's timid and cold outside, rely on the dog. Gold credit card backyard full of green trees. Breeze through the summer in the Hummer with 10. Or dip in the Lolo. Told that all dogs go to heaven. Well, how you been? Where you been? And what it look like? My game Trump tight. Time and move slow. Wake up out of my sleep and hit this mic and blow like some endo. You can call me what you want, just don't call me. So quit knocking at my window, you nymphomaniac. Bring it back, now shake it up. Put it on the table. I'm here to bang that gangsta shit to the apocalypse. We call it stress, some of y'all call it chocolate. Return to the top, do it for the hustlers. Here to annihilate you mark-ass busters. F the police, cause all they wanna do is tough us. I know you gon' lose it, this new Snoop. Come on, baby boo, you got to get into it. Pigs try to get at you. Park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot. And if a get at it. When the Neptune's on the doggy dog finna spit, you know he's in tune with the season. Come here, baby, tell me why you ain't a test. You fucking with a cold mess. Meet me in Chicago, let me give you to this real West. It's see-through dress, long hair, light brown eyes, looking like Miss Bo P. And a player note, if I take her home with the real thing, getting paper. Headed to the club in my brand new scraper. Gators on my feet, money in my. Come here, you ready to go? I rolled up a winner and put it up in the air. Got that little dress on, you coming up out it. I'm about to take a swim. Let me dip my feet and get wet. Tell 'em Mac, blowing everywhere we going, and now you knowin' when I step right up, get my lighter so I can light up. Side, west side, north side, south side, unified. Come on and ride with us. Let the music play. Me no want no more gunplay. When the bodies hit the ground. I'm toe back, intoxicated, change over, game over, hangover, faded. Body I'm a G6er, a Maybach-er. You can tell the chauffeur he can park it right there. I'm back to the Snoop shit. LBC, East Side, that's the movement. Gangster music, do it. Everywhere that I go, I blow for show. You smelt it. A lot of y'all fucking with me, say I'm on your bucket list. Things ain't what they seem. Feeling like I'm fooling me. I know God is on the real one. All the L's that I took, man, I still won. Big bank rolls coming at, and I won't. So Leah, I'm here whenever you say that you need me. See, man, necesitas a la rock, believe. line them up, barbershop, fade them all. Watching the game from the halls of fame, I'm ballin' Maine, I boss up face to face. Let me show you around my hood. It's bad meaning bad, like bad meaning good.
Sometimes you just wanna just bug out, just bow, bow. Sometimes you just gotta just scream.
You just let it go.
You just gotta bug out. I mean, for me, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody else, but sometimes you just gotta let it, all that cool cute.
All right, next up we have Pop Smoke. And Pop Smoke was an American rapper from Brooklyn, New York, who began his musical career in late 2018 with his debut single, NPR, Panic Part 3 Remix. He would rise to fame with the release of his breakout singles Welcome to the Party and Dior in 2019, and he often collaborated with UK drill artists and producers who employed more minimal and aggressive instrumentation than American drill artists from Chicago, reintroducing the sound as Brooklyn drill. Following his rise to fame, record producer Rico Beats introduced Pop Smoke to Steven Victor in April 2019, and Victor would later have Pop Smoke signed to a recording contract with Victor Worldwide and Republic Records. He released his debut mixtape, Meet the Woe, in July 2019, and his second mixtape, Meet the Woe 2, would be released in February 2020, and debuted at number 7 on the Billboard 200, becoming the rapper's first top 10 project in the United States. However, 12 days after the mixtape's release, Pop Smoke would be murdered in a home invasion in Los Angeles. Yeah, unfortunately, it was just a fucking robbery gone bad. Yeah, some real bullshit, man. Some real bullshit. His next studio album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, would be released in July 2020, and the album would debut at number 1 on the Billboard 200, and all 19 tracks from the album were charted on the Billboard Hot 100. A year later, Republic Records would release Pop Smoke's second studio album, Faith, on July 16th, 2021.
You come get it session. What you know about fucking up Texas? 30 the weapon in the store. Can't you out? Bet you a whore. For my little guys to stay on the floor. I make a call, bitch in this war. Since a younger nigga, I've been drilling niggas, mom, so I'm stuck up in my ways. Ain't nobody ever gave me shit with this big tip.
So I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. If I tell you, you wanna fuck with the wolves, she wanna fuck with the wolves.
They know I'm wildin'. If I'm on the island, I'm snatching the cell. Brody got locked, the night is bail.
No rubber, no plastic. You know how to get right, mama. I gotta get my bitch.
You know how to pick. So I hopped out the coupe and I hopped in pursuit like it's Big Poppy Lobster. Mr. Spinning Rope.
Now, when you say, let's go, where are we going?
It all depends on where I'm coming from. But either way it goes, it's let's go.
Alright, next up we have DaBaby, and DaBaby is an American rapper who started his musical career off between 2014 and 2015 and released Nonfiction, his debut mixtape, in 2015, followed up by his God's Work mixtape series, Baby Talk mixtape series, $1 Billion Baby, and Back on My Baby Jesus shit. He initially performed under the name Baby Jesus, but eventually changed it out of concern that it became a distraction. He would rise to mainstream prominence with his debut album, Baby on Baby, in 2019, which included the Billboard Hot 100 top 10 single, Suge. His second studio album, Kirk, released in 2019, debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, and the album would spawn the RAA multi-platinum singles, Intro, and Bop. That same year, he was featured on the singles Enemies by Post Malone and Cash Shit by Megan Thee Stallion. DaBaby's third studio album, Blame It on Baby, in 2020, became his second consecutive number 1, and the album included his highest charting song, Rockstar, featuring Roddy Ricch, which spent 7 non-consecutive weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and received a Grammy Award for Record of the Year nomination. In 2020, he was featured on the remix of What's Poppin' by Jack Harlow and the single Levitating by Dua Lipa, both of which ended up peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. That same year, he was also featured on For the Night by Pop Smoke and was awarded with 2 iHeartRadio Music Awards. In 2022, he released a collaborative mixtape with N.W.A. Youngboy, Better Than You, in addition to his 4th studio album, Baby on Baby 2.
What way they do that? What way they do? Thought y'all niggas was leaders. Took my swag and I'm cool with it. Run up that check with my bros and then we gon' divide it. I promise that can we fucking keep a secret? That's a 40, bitch, I keep it. My bitch a fucking Puerto Rican. Blowing it out to keep a flow, cause all these people demon. When I was down, I was on
nigga not blind. But I keep the stick and I'm fire. I met a nigga in life. Just fucking with me, say he did and he lied.
Following nigga. And that little nigga ain't gon' shoot shit with that gun. He just pull it out in his pictures.
Bitch.
Huh? With a pistol on my hip like I'm a cop. Have you ever met a real nigga rock star? Shit from my uncle. I told Bay get 22 inches of weed tonight. I wanna fuck a Rapunzel. Ain't fucking the right, you ain't pulling the hell. Nah, nigga, fuck that. Got me sitting in the car, all this goddamn ice on, hitting in the dark. Big pretty ass whip don't make no sense. Gotta have somebody.
Baby can't put that mouth on me like right now. I ain't even half a hit.
2.5 worth of cars on my driveway right now. I pay cash.
How do you keep your pants up when you're performing? It's incredible.
Belt.
But they're about to fall down. The belt must be really tight.
Belt.
All right, next up we have Travis Scott, and he is an American rapper, singer, and songwriter, and record producer, and he would eventually kick off his music career after signing his first major label contract with Epic Records and a publishing deal with Kanye West's Good Music. In April 2013, he would sign a joint recording contract with Epic and T.I.'s Grand Hustle imprint, and his first full-length project, Owl Pharaoh, was released in 2013. It was followed with the second mixtape, Days Before Rodeo, in 2014, and his debut studio album Rodeo in 2015 was led by the hit single Antidote. His second album, Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight, in 2016 became his first #1 album on the Billboard 200. In the following year, Travis Scott would release a collaborative album with Quavo titled Huncho Jack, Jack Huncho, under the group name Huncho Jack. In 2018, his third studio album, Astroworld, was released to critical acclaim and produced his first Billboard Hot 100 #1 single, Sicko Mode, featuring Drake. And in late 2019, Scott's record label, Cactus Jack Records, released the compilation album Jack Boys, which topped the Billboard 200. After the release of his single Franchise, featuring Young Thug and M.I.A. in 2020, Travis Scott would become the first artist on the Hot 100 to have 3 songs debuted at #1 in less than a year. Over the course of his career, Travis Scott has become a globally recognized artist and pop culture figure and has collaborated with organizations including Nike, Dior, and McDonald's. Y'all remember the Travis Scott burger, bro? Bro, it was like, first I take the fry and I dip it in the barbecue sauce. Oh my god.
Sometimes I do this. Then I dip them into barbecue sauce.
And in 2017, he founded the record label Cactus Jack Records, and throughout his career, he's achieved 4 #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, along with 80 total charted songs. Additionally, he has been nominated for 8 Grammy Awards and won multiple BET Hip Hop Awards.
Cop jackets that's heavy and bags that's empty. The fly take to Japan. Sleep with them Jordans on, bound to get scooped. Walking in the corner, whoop-de-whoop, running game on chicks. We so high, upper echelon. We so fucking high, upper echelon. Comatose, don't think sunshades and a pill gon' help. Once I'm gone, can't tame myself. Don't go through the front door. It's low key at the night show. I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side. For this life I cannot change. Hit the hills, deep off in the main. Made this here with all the ice on in the booth. At the gate outside, when they pull up, they give me loose. This not the molly, this the boot. Ain't no coming back from here. We see the hype outside, right from the house. Took it straight from outside. I stopped the facing, cause shit just started racing. But wait, it open gates and it shit just stop parade. I would line up the wall, like confetti I fall. Good little sip about my cup and now I'm seeing stars. I just took a bar and I don't feel like I went to a bar.
How do you feel about COVID and the whole show situation?
COVID can suck my dick.
All right, next we have the Kid Laroi, and he is an Australian rapper, singer, and songwriter, and initially gained recognition from his association and friendship with American rapper Juice WRLD while he was on tour in Australia. He started out his music career recording raps over beats on his mother's phone and uploading them to SoundCloud, and he would go on to meet his producer Khalid Rahim at a recording studio in Sydney. A few years later, in 2017, the Kid Laroi would sign a development deal with Sony Music Australia. He would release his debut mixtape, Fuck Love, in 2020, which peaked at #1 on the Australian ARIA charts, making him the youngest Australian solo artist ever to reach the top of the chart, and also reached #1 on the US Billboard 200. Additionally, his songs Without You and its remix with Miley Cyrus and his collaboration with Justin Bieber on Stay reached the top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100, with Stay peaking at #1 for 7 non-consecutive weeks. He was featured in 2022 on Narda Wick's song Burning Up, and in December he would perform at the iHeartRadio's 2022 Jingle Ball. In 2023 he would release a song dedicated to Valentine's Day, I Guess It's Love, alongside a music video featuring his girlfriend Katarina. And then as of March 2023 he was cast to make his acting debut in the A24 film Y2K.
These are the ones I forever lost. RIP to the money I rallied up. If she bad, Michael Jack. But I'm out here doing this to me, and I feel I done fucked around and got attached. Damn, I'm so. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Oh, you should let it go. You're better off alone. Cause I'm about to fuck it up with you. I crashed my car into a wall. I tried to text, I should have called.
85 is stacked and packed now, heading into Midtown Atlanta. Fred, with a crash south of 400. Tell your mother, tell your father, send a telegram. What can you show us, Mark McKay?
All right, next up we have a tribe called Quest, and they were an American hip-hop group formed in Queens, New York in 1985, and originally composed of rapper and main producer Q-Tip, Phife Dawg, Ali Shaheed Muhammad, and Jerobi White. Members of the Native Tongues Collective, the group is regarded as a pioneer of alternative hip-hop, influencing numerous hip-hop and R&B musicians. The group's debut album, People's Instinctive Travels and the Paths of Rhythm in 1990, established them as a critically acclaimed act. In 1991, the group saw commercial success with its jazz-infused second album, The Low End Theory, which heavily shaped alternative hip-hop in the 1990s. It was followed by the similarly successful and influential Midnight Marauders in 1993 and Beats, Rhymes, and Life in 1996. In 1998, the group disbanded shortly before releasing its fifth album, The Love Movement, but in 2006, the original members reunited and toured sporadically for the next 7 years. In 2016, the group released its sixth and final album, We Got It From Here, Thank You For Your Service, which received critical acclaim and became its second album to top the Billboard 200, and also featured contributions from the passed on Phife Dawg, who died 8 months before its release. A Tribe Called Quest was the most successful act in the Native Tongues, with all 6 of its albums certified either gold or platinum, and they have been known as the most intelligent and artistic rap group during the 1990s.
Here's another one who's on the full vibe. Gonna make it short, gonna make it quick. For this situation, you got minds to sway in your direction.
A tidbit, a smidgen. I don't get the message, so you got to run the pigeon.
Yo, boy, Phife.
So I can bring home the bacon. Brothers front, they say the drop can't flow, but we've been known to do the impossible like Broadway.
On the caper, but now let me take it to the Queen side. I'm taking it to Brooklyn side.
Told you in the jam that we could get down. Now let's knock the boots like the group H-Town. You got
occupied with glamour and glitz, acting all bougie and making big movies. But I be in the cut.
That I come in and just devastate. My style is great, action peoples can I dominate. My rhymes are harder than lap.
Son jetted to the right and got the burner out the Lexus. Hey yo, he cocked his joint back like he's about to let him have it. Telling me about next man, but next man ain't the nigga with the plans. Who?
It's her I need to be with. She had a Midwest twang.
Well, at least that's how it sounded. 317
hitting. The only one who's hitting are the ones that's currently spitting. We got the Missy smitten, rubbing on a little kitten.
Come on, Papa. It's gonna get. Yeah, that's good. You want us to be on the desk? Make you happy? Sure, go ahead.
Why, thank you, Joan.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right, next up we have the Beastie Boys, and they were an American hip-hop group from New York City that formed in 1978, and they were composed of Mike D, MCA, and Ad Rock, and they were formed out of members of the experimental hardcore punk band, the Young Aborigines. After achieving local success with the 1983 comedy hip-hop single Cocky Push, the Beastie Boys made a full transition to hip-hop. They toured with Madonna in 1985, and a year later released their debut album, License to 3 in 1986, which was their first rap record to top the Billboard 200 chart. Their second album, Paul's Boutique in 1989, composed almost entirely of samples, was a commercial failure, but later received critical acclaim. Check Your Head in 1992 and 3 Communication in 1994 would find mainstream success, followed by Hello Nasty in 1998, To the Five Boroughs in 2004, The Mix-Up in 2007, and Hot Sauce Committee Part 2 in 2011. The Beastie Boys have sold 20 million records in the United States and had 7 platinum-selling albums from 1986 to 2004, and they are the biggest selling rap group since Billboard began recording sales in 1991. In 2012, they became the 3rd rap group to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and in that same year, unfortunately, MCA would die of cancer, and the Beastie Boys disbanded. The remaining members have released several retrospective works, including a book, documentary, and career-spanning compilation album.
Cookie Puss, I want to speak to Cookie Puss, man. No, nobody here by that name. Cookie.
Step off the part. Too much trouble, mid-range and bass. The beat so hot. If a pirate had a death just sure she'd be hard on his ship. I'm never in training. My voice is not straining. People always biting and I'm sick of complaining. So I fight for your right to war. More to me than you'll ever know. And I got more hits than Sarah Harlow. Tom Cushman. Tell me, are you missing? Maybe I'm missing the reason that you're smiling around. That's because you know what? I got the fire, make you feel higher. So say what you want, you motherfucking liar. Never let you down with the serious sound so much. You don't like it, turn it on. Don't you tell me to smile. You stick around and make it what you want. Now you can shuffle numbers, but facts is facts. So many billionaires while so many lacks. So before the you go for that mass appeal, so call it Salucci. Some appetizer. I know your mic, but you won't see your night. And I MC, I never die. Cause death is the cause of the sleep. Because I'm back with the bang boogie. On the left, a party on the right, got a party on the left, right.
Life like this sure is sweet, huh? It definitely is.
Alright, next up we have Jack Harlow, who is an American rapper from Louisville, Kentucky, and his career started in 2015 with the release of several EPs and mixtapes before he was signed to Don Cannon and DJ Drama's record label Generation Now in 2018, which was an imprint of Atlantic Records. His first major breakthrough would come with the release of his 2020 single, What's Poppin', and aided by its popularity on TikTok and following a remix with rappers DaBaby, Tory Lanez, and Lil Wayne. It peaked number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 and went on to receive a Grammy Award nomination. He was included on XXL's magazine 2020 freshman class before he released his debut studio album, That's What They All Say, in 2020, which was certified platinum in the US. In 2021, Jack Harlow would release a collaboration with Lil Nas X called Industry Baby, which reached number 1 on the Hot 100, becoming Jack Harlow's first chart topper. He released his second album, Come Home, The Kids Miss You, in 2022, and its single, First Class, became his second number 1 on the Hot 100 and first to debut atop the chart. He has since received several award nominations from various institutions, including Top New Artist at the 2021 Billboard Music Awards. In that same year, he was named Variety's Hitmaker of the Year and was included in Forbes 30 Under 30.
Into this game might be a compliment. It's obvious I'm excellent and you would be the opposite.
All lyrically, I'm locked and loaded, charismatic, gotta show you how I live, man. Every day's an curfew, 12:30 and it's 12:15. Drive by slow and I'm high off life, so my eyes hang low like my self-esteem. Creeping down the avenue, neighbors looking out the window, watching as I'm passing through. Bass bumping while I'm doing what these people been saying. They being outrageous, I see they need a reason to hate it. Can't even debate it, they coming in, they right back to it, never left out. Except for that week I had strep out. Know the shit boom when we come down south and I'm a Kentucky boy to the death. Go and get it through your head until it's motherfucking embedded. Bro, what's the risk? Roll the dice. If they catch us, I don't care, cause we all gonna die. Yeah, we all gonna die. I was worried to be. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing. We taking notes. Tell them all to keep making posts. Wish he could, but he can't get close. OG so proud of me. I've been throw up the sex in
What's hand? That's Soulja.
Shit.
That's my bar.
Shit.
He copied my whole fucking flow.
That's Kiss Me Through the Phone.
He copied my whole fucking flow. Word for word,
shit.
bar for bar.
Oh,
Don't act like
shit.
I didn't make Drake, nigga. Don't do that.
Mind fucking blown.
Don't do that, nigga. I
shit.
was son niggas in a heartbeat. Don't do that.
Shit.
Drake, Aubrey?
All right, next up we have Soulja Boy, and he is an American rapper and record producer. And he literally, he's literally done everything. He did everything in rap first, bro. He's an historical icon. He began his music career in 2005 when he started posting songs on the website SoundClick, and following positive reviews on the site, he established accounts on YouTube and MySpace. And in 2007, he would release his first independent album, Unsigned and Still Major, the album before the album. He would rise to prominence after his self-published debut single, Crank That Soulja Boy, which peaked at #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 for 7 non-consecutive weeks in 2007. He would then release his debut album, SouljaBoyTellHim.com, in 2007, which also included the single Soulja Girl. And look, man, I don't think y'all realize, bro, Soulja Boy, Crank that shit, oh my god, that is essentially what started virality online. It was pretty groundbreaking, especially in the hip-hop scene. Yeah, bro, I really like the parody that became of him on the Boondocks. They were like, Sergeant gotta do that dance, and they even parodied the beef with Ice-T and Soulja Boy. Great, bro, he's an icon, man. He would release his second album, I Soulja Boy Tell Him, in 2008, which included the Billboard Hot 100 Top 20 singles Turn My Swag On and Kiss Me Through the Phone. And yeah, since then he's been listed number 18 on the Forbes list of hip-hop cash kings of 2010 for earning $7 million that year. And he released his third album, The DeAndre Way, in 2010 to lukewarm commercial reception before becoming an independent artist in the succeeding years.
Why me raw? Superman that yeah, why me crack that RoboCop? Super friend, now why I'll see you later on. Kiss me through the phone. The boy tell him, babe, LOL, smiley face. Baby girl sent the picture to my BlackBerry. Sweat. Sweat. Girls on my SOD till they kill me. Middle finger to them bitches who don't feel. I be flexing in that new so much ice on my neck. I don't say. My nigga, I be hustling. I got money in my pocket. Will, hurricane. Hurricane, will. 100 round strap. Young Draco nigga on dripping blood, just like Dracula. In the kitchen, in the trap with the spatula, whipping up dope. Ricky Morty. Playing that dumb. Lil Pump got the pump. Draco pop the trunk. Drop top 2 city nigga made that wrong movie.
We've been hitting all day.
Every time I close my eyes,
what?
I wake up feeling so horny.
Alright, next up we have the Notorious B.I.G, or Biggie Smalls, or Biggie, who is an American rapper rooted in East Coast hip-hop and particularly gangster rap, and he is cited in various media lists as being one of the greatest rappers of all time. He was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and would later sign to Sean Combs or Puffy's label, Bad Boy Records, as it launched in 1993, and gained exposure through features on several other artists' singles later that year. His debut album, Ready to Die, in 1994 was met with widespread critical acclaim and included his signature songs Juicy and Big Papa. The album made him the central figure in East Coast hip-hop and restored New York's visibility at a time when the West Coast hip-hop scene was dominating hip-hop music. He was awarded the 1995 Billboard Music Awards for Rapper of the Year, and the following year he led his protege group Junior Mafia, which was a team of himself and longtime friends, including Lil Kim, to chart success. During 1996, while recording his second album, he became entangled in the escalating East Coast-West Coast hip-hop feud, and following Tupac Shakur's murder in a drive-by in Las Vegas in 1996, speculations began orbiting Biggie Smalls by the public in his murder. However, on March 9th, 1997, 6 months after Tupac's murder, Biggie would be murdered by an unidentified assailant in a drive-by shooting while visiting Los Angeles. His second album, Life After Death, The double album was released 2 weeks later, and it reached #1 on Billboard 200 and eventually achieved diamond certification in the United States. With 2 more albums being released afterwards, Biggie Smalls has certified sales of over 28 million copies in the United States, including 21 million albums, and Rolling Stone has called him the greatest rapper that ever lived, and Billboard named him the greatest rapper of all time. And in 2020, he was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Smoking blunts was a daily routine since 13. A chubby nigga on the scene. I used to have the trick to match. Remember rapping Duke? The hard. You never thought that hip hop would take it this far. Rock grooves and make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping my wet is where you find me. The back Malibu sea breeze, dawn peas, palm trees, cats named Pablo and milked out Diablo. The Willie Biggie Smalls for mayor, the rap slayer, the hooker layer. Motherfucker, say your prayers. That's why I bust back. It don't faze me. When he drop, take his clock and I'm crazy.
Alright, and finally, the last rapper on tier 1 is Tyga, and he was an American rapper, and after a number of independent releases following the start of his musical career, he would sign a recording contract with Young Money Entertainment, Cash Money Records, and Republic Records in 2008. His major label debut, Careless Wrld, Rise of the Last King, was released in 2011 and included the successful singles Rack City, Faded with Lil Wayne, Far Away with Chris Richardson, Still Got It with Drake, and Make It Nasty. The album's success was followed up with Hotel California in 2013 and Fan of a Fan, the album, in 2015, in collaboration with singer Chris Brown. Due to disagreements with Young Money, Tyga's next album, the Gold Album 18th Dynasty, would be released independently in 2015, and the album, executively produced by Kanye West, became his lowest selling album to that point, selling around 5,000 album equivalent units in its first week. After a period of stagnation and mixed reception from his previous material, his May 2018 single Taste with Offset peaked at #8 on the Billboard Hot 100, being his first top 40 since Ayo with Chris Brown in 2015. The song provided a brief period of commercial resurgence, enough to warrant viability for his 7th album, Legendary, released in 2019. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Must be he rate him on a scale from 1 to me equal to greatness. Fellas, let your ladies let your fellas back. Went straight to the. So we hold the Edo, smash on the bitch brain, looking like Milo. The hoe know me close, she lying.
Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch. Rack City, bitch.
Super McNasty. Why you McLovin' when the bitch call me daddy? Pimp no caddy. I'm court side at the clip game, still pop ace king shit. I'm a rose, black made back. Move your clothes, we close friends. Don't get choked smoking. OG Oakland, shout out Oakland. Cheesecake, yeah. I'm the coldest nigga I see. Looking in the mirror like I wish I can be me. Yes, mine, I could throw it in the air if I wanna. Rolex, Mo sex. Litty, my niggas is litty, we lit up the city, you feel me? My hitters is hungry, we hit up the city to skirt off and eat in the Billy. Slide on the pimp gang with my pinky ring. Lot of gang, lot of bitches in the icy chain. Sweet, wanna lick on it, wanna taste it up like a strawberry. Ice in your mouth, let it melt like. I ain't never met a girl like you before. I can tell you everything if you need to know. We was perfect before. Let's play a game, cash or the fame. She fucked me good, she might let me see it bounce like a jet ski. I know you wishing he was like me.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. So yeah, this is just gonna be a new series following the conspiracy theory iceberg, and this was tier 1, and we have like 9 more tiers to go. So I hope you guys liked the pilot of this series, whatever I guess you could call it. And yeah, bro, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Can't see a damn thing, but it ain't quiet. Can't see a damn thing, but it ain't quiet.